Hey family, we are live, broadcasting live. This is the Conversation Room 101. Make sure it's only adults in the house. I need your mind to be open, prepared, and relaxed. Welcome to our home. Take your shoes off. We got some rules we need to go over. Be kind. No cursing in the chat. If you want to curse, call in. And no shouting out other channels. That's a no-no. We got one other rule. There is no judging our guests. It will not be permitted. Zero tolerance. And if so, you want to do that, guess what? We got security. And we will escort you out. Because over here, hashtag we don't care. We're going to be one big family. We're going to laugh together sometimes. We're going to cry. But we definitely going to pray. I thank the Lord above for everything. I lift him up and give him the glory. But you guys, right now, we're going to get our popcorn. And then we're going to see what's going on. And let me just park my car. And I'll be in there in a minute. I'll see you real soon.
The Copyright Disclaimer Act. The Copyright Disclaimer Act under Section 107 of the Copyright Act 1976, allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comments, news, reporting, teaching, scholarships, and research. Fair use is used permitted by copyright statutes that might otherwise be infringing. Nonprofit, educational, or personal use tips, the balance in favor of fair use.
Like, share, subscribe.
Do you want to know? Well, I've been thinking about you. And I think I have to listen. Because the sun is up, it's a beautiful day. My beginning will be as bright as the sun. Come, won't you come along? And it feels so bright, it's like luck is raining on me. Go and follow your heart, doesn't matter how far. There is so much love to give. Something's telling me this time. Baby, baby, now
See this?
I know.
How you cannot go
Baby,
here?
baby, gotta go. There is so much love to give. Something's telling me it's right.
Neighbors and the
When you
community
came to me,
compelled
who
to
are
scour
you?
the area.
It's you, yeah, boy.
Where does the fault lie on you?
Where does the fault lie on you? You guys, we're coming in here. Let me give a shout out for the first 3 people that came in and said popcorn. Hey, Cynthia, how you doing? Cynthia Gatewood is in the building. How you doing, sister? She was the first in the building. But when you got to say popcorn, you get free tickets. If you didn't know, now you know. Monique came in here. She said popcorn first, number 1. CV Bates came in here second. She said popcorn number 2. And Wavy came in here. Wavy Campbell came in here. She said popcorn number 3. So Monique, your number 7929574. CV Bates, your number 7929573. And Wavy Campbell, your number is 7929572. And hey, how you guys doing? I see Freddie's in the building. And I see holla at a sister. Holla. Come holla at a sister. How you doing, sister? I haven't talked to you in a while. We're gonna have to call each other and catch up on what's going on in your neck of the woods. Hey Sharon, how you doing? Nice to see you in the building. You guys, I wanted to come on before I went on a walk with Diesel. We're gonna start doing training on Diesel with the cadaver. I talked to a couple of people, and some said let's look for a live body. Some said so. Talking to the trainer, and she's like, well, if you do cadaver, you can go both ways, but if you do human, you can't just do human and then do cadaver. You can do cadaver, but you can switch back and forth if the dog is able to do that. So I'm like, I don't know what we're doing, but we're gonna be doing the darn thing. So Diesel will start his his training really soon. And I'm just so happy that Cory Bigsby was found guilty. Everybody know? Yes, we do. She said, yes, we do need to speak. And we do. Hey, Lisa Taylor, how you doing, sister? You came in for the family yesterday. Lisa, you go, girl. You came in for the family. That's what I'm talking about. You guys, I was going to listen to some of what they were saying right after. Yesterday, we were going to do that yesterday. And then Nancy called me right before we came on. I mean, we were already doing the intro, and Nancy called, and I was like, let's hear what Nancy got to say. Hey, Andrea, how you doing, sister? I miss you, girl. I miss you. Sharon, I miss you. I miss y'all. Anyway, since I'm going to be out of school for the next 4 or 5 months, waiting to see if I can get in the program or not, we don't know. I'm not worried about it. I got something else to do if not this semester or whatever. I can take another class. I'm going to try to get, for some reason, my food truck ain't starting up. It ain't, I don't know what's going on. But try to get that down there to the mechanic. I mean, it'll start, but maybe it just needs new spark plugs or something. I don't know what's going on. We got new gas in it. New battery in it. But I mean, it's been setting all winter, so we'll see. I might gonna have to get something to cover it up so it won't get so cold or something. I don't know what's going on. I'm a little frustrated about that right now. But let's listen to what they said. I got it right here. And I just wanted to share with you guys as I listen. And you guys, I mean, this is not going to be no deep embedded type of chit-chatting. But see, this is what I do early in the mornings. I only have so many hours in the day. So I don't want to hear that.
Janet, that guilty verdict coming down just within the last couple minutes. I sprinted out of the courthouse to bring you this news. On the charge of second-degree murder, the jury found Cory Bigsby guilty. On the charge of concealing a body, the jury found Cory Bigsby guilty. That is guilty on both counts for the murder of his son, Cory Bigsby, the young 3-year-old, for the time that he was reported missing back in January of 2022. The prosecution told us throughout this case that...
So you guys remember we were talking and everybody was like, he passed away when he was 4. And I was like, no. That baby was 3 years old. Just think about it. This is what I do during the daytime when my husband, as soon as he leaves the house for work, I go in here and I listen to what has been said. Even though we know the breaking news already, I still have to go in and listen to the news, because the news people, they get all the good stuff, and people who don't know what they're doing, they miss out on a lot of stuff. And I'm telling you, they don't mean to miss out on it. They just want a conviction. You know what I'm saying? They just so excited. Some things they miss, and it's almost like taking a test. And this is how I study. I go over it. That's why I record what the teacher said. Because if I didn't, and it's come test time, I'm wondering where she get that at. And when she said that, well, I said it or something. So I record every class. I've got some recorders coming for me to. I just ordered a recorder. I'm gonna order 2 more recorders, but I can't afford them all at one time. But I'll order them back to back. In 5 months, I'll have 3 or 4 recorders for each class, each program, whatever. And I record what the teachers say. And in that way, when we get done with class, I listen while we're in class and take notes. But it's still, I may miss the main point. And you got to remember something about, if anybody's taking a class in school or whatever, record what the teacher is saying. Just record it. Thank you, Wave. Wave said, I remember you saying that. I tried to tell y'all that baby been gone. Ain't no way y'all was going to find that baby, because the baby been gone. And here's the thing, and we've noticed this. Since we've been coming on for 3-4 years, we've now got it in our head. If you stick a baby in the trash and the trash man comes and get it 4 or 5 months, you don't say nothing, you're not gonna find that child. They can't go back in the trash 4 or 5 months. And here's something else too. What if he took the baby to a different town, a different state, a different whatever, and dumped the baby there, not even in his town? I mean, for real, come on, y'all. You know what I'm saying? That's what people do. They put babies and stuff in the trunk and put them in bags, and then they go somewhere else, and you go outside and you be like, what is all this trash doing? I didn't put this trash out. My neighbors must have did it. She said, I was walking out the door when you came on. Sorry, family, I have to run. All right, Freddie, you go do what you got to go do, sister. Go take care of business. Because that's what we're doing. But anyway, let's presume.
2022. The prosecution told us throughout this case that Cody was in fact murdered months prior, before he was reported missing. In June of 2021 is when the prosecution says that he was killed. Let's walk over here. Nehemiah is the photographer, going to be working with me on bringing you this live report. And shortly, we should expect some of the members of this trial, some important members of this trial, to begin leaving the courtroom. And we kind of want to get their reaction to what happened today. We would like to hear from Commonwealth's attorney Anton Bell and his assistant senior Commonwealth's attorney Dylan Arnold, who prosecuted this case. This is a rare no-body case. It is only the fourth no-body case to be prosecuted in Hampton Roads history. All of them, now officially with Cory Bigsby, have ended with guilty verdicts.
So, not only this is the fourth, but he just said all of them has ended in Virginia with a no-body trial and guilty verdicts. Virginia is showing the darn thing. They ain't playing down there. So sometimes, you guys, I get a little mad at those Virginians. I really do. I get mad at them because they just don't even know how to lie. They don't even know how to lie good. You know, they be lying like my grandson and you know, my baby, my youngest child when she was little. They be like, mama, I didn't do that. And you just looking at them. And they looking like, what you gonna say? They waiting to see what you gonna say. And then you say something, they be like, well, that ain't what I said. I said, you know. Not all of them. Not all of them. Not Wavy. Not all of them. But I've met quite a few of them, and boy, they sound a lot. I be like, girl, please. You can't tell me. I'm from the show me state. I'm from the show me state, and that's what they said in the Nature Boy. They was like, you got to show me. And they did. They showed what was going on.
The jury, made up of 8 women and 4 men, gave their unanimous verdict just a few minutes ago. I understand the jury's going to be walking out, so
oh wow,
show the jury. Instead, we're going to pan the camera elsewhere, give them space, give them.
Let me tell you guys something. What I'm looking at right now, the guy, he was watching Rhoda. He was watching Rhoda like, where's she at and what's she saying? And I mean, he looked at her like, she over there. Let me not go over there. Hating. Now, hey, you ain't got to like the sister, but she's on it. You ain't got to like her, but she's on it. I'm not saying, hey, I don't care for certain people. It don't matter to me. You're doing what you do. You know, you trying to help or you trying to assist or whatever. Let's see.
In privacy, but in fact, the jury of 12, after a long 7 days, now leaving that courthouse. Janet, if you have any questions, feel free to direct them my way. This, you know,
he's steady looking at her.
Trial culminated with closing arguments this
morning.
They
waiting for people to come out.
From the defense, from the prosecution, and then it ended with the guilty verdicts this afternoon. But Janet, what is striking about this case is that there was no physical evidence.
Hey Janice, how you doing?
Only circumstantial evidence.
Janice Henderson.
That the jury was able to
I
convict.
see you in the building.
There were no fingerprints, no DNA, no body, and at the end of the day, Janet, the jury said that did not matter.
All right, and
He
Dan,
said
it seems
no
like they
body,
came
no
up with that
fingerprints,
decision
no
very
blood,
quickly.
no
How long
DNA,
exactly did
and
they
the jurors
deliberate?
said no body.
Yeah, Jana, so they began deliberations at about 11:25 this morning, and then about an hour later at 12:30, they all had a question. They wanted to review two pieces of video that was entered into evidence earlier this week. One of those videos was an interrogation between a Hampton Police Division detective and Cory Bigsby a few days after he reported his son missing.
Okay, so they reviewed the interrogation with Cory a few days later, that earlier that morning. The jurors wanted to see how was he responding. Was he surprised? Was he relaxed? Did he ask for food? Was he asking about his kid? Did you find him? Did you look for him? Did you look in the bed? Did you look in the wash machine? Did you look at this boy's house? He plays with this kid. He likes the swings. He likes the water. He likes to go over there by the trees. Did he say anything of that nature? No. He was like, I ain't saying nothing. What? Your kid is missing and you're not trying to help find your kid? That's the wrong thing to do. Yeah, I mean service people here from all over makes crazy people. Yeah, but you can't just go being buck wild, and just because you loosen the mind doesn't mean everybody's going to be lenient to you because you loosen the mind. You got to have some kind of coordination with your mind and the things that you do. You are responsible for yourself of how to act. There's one thing I told my husband when I married him. We were going to a dinner or something that have to do with my job, and I looked at him. And he said, honey, why are you worried? I know we were going to some kind of really big fancy gathering. I can't remember what it was. And I just looked at my husband and I told him, I said, honey, don't go in there and don't. He was like, you ain't got to tell me how to act. There's certain people when you're around them, whether you're doing news reporting, when you're around certain people, when you're in Rome, you got to do what the Romans do. You got to act like they act. My husband and I went to a Mediterranean cuisine restaurant last night. Never stepped foot in there. The atmosphere was totally different from any place I've ever ate at. There was a different mixture of people. There was Spanish people there. There was Hawaiian, there was Asian people there, there was Caucasian people there. There was no African American people there until we stepped in the building, okay? So we sat down and I just told the lady, I said, hey, this is our first time here. She said, well, welcome. And so she's like, I hope that you enjoy yourself. I'm like, okay, so I don't even know how to pronounce these words of your menu. So could you just tell us? I like beef, I like steak, what to get? And she told me, she says, you want to get this right here. It's called Kif, Kush, Kosh, Kish, Kish. I don't know. Something with a K. And then my husband was like, I'll take the special. And then she said, you want to probably drink some wine with that? And I was like, okay, but don't give us a glass. Give us a bottle because we're celebrating. And I hope all of you guys went and celebrated. So we had a bottle of Pinot. It's a white wine. And it was cheap because it was 2022. We looked at the bottle. But it did give me a little buzz, y'all. But we celebrated, we toasted and everything. But my husband did not like his food because it had cinnamon in his food, which I don't know, a marinade with cinnamon with rice it doesn't even sound great, right? But I had steak on top of my rice, and it was good. But our vegetables was like a red pepper, green pepper, and onion in a saute. Hey, I can cook that all day. It doesn't have no taste to it. I thought they was going to have green beans, corn, and a little bit of cabbage or something. Something like that. That's what I thought. We've had Mediterranean before in New Jersey, and it was fabulous. It was great. This was not so great. I'm just going to tell you and be honest with you. The Midwest don't know how to really represent the Mediterranean food. I'm not gonna say all because I only went to one place, but that place that I went to, we will probably will go back to eat something else that I seen on the menu. I wanted to try. It was cheap, and I'll probably just order it and go pick it up and say, honey, let's try that, because I wanted to try it. But when she recommended me trying what I did try, I was happy with that. I ate all the rice. I saved some. My husband tasted my steak. It looked like a sausage, um, a sausage, not a patty, but the sausage, whatever you want to call it, not the patty part, but like a little bitty weenie. I don't know what they call them. But anyway, I tried, that's what my steak looked like. It didn't look like steak, but it showed. I told Papa, I said, this is steak. I know steak when I taste, and it was good. And but after the salad they gave us, and he said they had the salad was made with iceberg lettuce. That's not the best lettuce. Actually, that's the worst lettuce you can have on a salad. But I mean, hey, lettuce is lettuce. It's just the greener the lettuce, the better the lettuce. So, but anyway, iceberg lettuce is made of more water than the actual nutrients that you want. I just learned that from my nutrition class, so I just wanted to share that with you guys. And then they had again red pepper, green pepper, onion, and then they put goat cheese on top. Sausage links. Thank you, Sharon. Sharon said, I know what you're trying to say. You're trying to say sausage link. Yeah, my steak was in a sausage link form, and but it was good though. I'm just not gonna lie, but I mean, hey, it was good. And it didn't really cost that much. Even we got a bottle of wine. We had 2 plates of food, and then we had 2 salads, and they brought us some chips and pita bread or something, like we can wrap our stuff in the pita bread and eat it or whatever. I wasn't eating nothing like that. That rice was a regular rice. It wasn't fluffy, but it was good, and it had some kind of little noodle in it, and it was good too. Probably like a Lipton tea, base, or maybe chicken broth. They put the rice in. It was good. First I was just eating it, and I was like, I'm just eating to be eating because it has no taste. It had no flavor. I'm like, what happened to the Mediterranean flavor? They usually have all these spices, but I put a little salt and pepper, and I was going to ask them for some butter, but I didn't. But the salt and pepper brought it on in there, and I ate that rice. Girl, I like rice anyway. So it was all good. Let's get back into this.
Another video was of the first responding officer to the Bigsby home on January 31st, 2022. And in that video, you see Cory Bigsby offer up Cody's pillowcase to use as scent for a tracking dog. Ultimately, the tracking dog K9 handler got up on the stand and testified that they used that pillowcase and were not able to find any scent of Cody.
They could not. They used a pillowcase that Cody usually lay his head on, and that's what he was like. This is his pillowcase. Why you couldn't give him a pair of pants or a shirt or a t-shirt? Because you wasn't gonna give him that baby scent. But anyway, whether you gave him the baby scent or anything, so I'm looking at this board that Doodle Brown had put up, and I stopped it because I wanted to read it. It says, I didn't say nothing to Mr. Bell. Told social workers, you don't put fun, why not something. Told me, I'm trying to read it. That's why I stopped it.
So that was at 12:30 when the jury.
I'm gonna go back and take a picture of that, you guys. I'm gonna take a picture because I want to read what Antoine Bell has said. It was about 5 minutes.
Under 2 hours that this jury took to deliberate on these charges of murder and concealing a body.
Told you about 2 hours. Hey Tina, what's going on?
To bring up, yesterday you talked about the aunt testifying, Cody's aunt, and she mentioned that she saw Cody, I believe, in September of 2021, but yet the prosecution was saying that they believed that Cody died in, I guess it was June of 2021. There was that discrepancy there. You then had another witness who came up and said that he saw Cody about 2 days or so before he was reported missing. I know in that moment there may have been some doubt created, but talk about how the prosecution handled that particular point when that came up.
Come on. That's what
Ultimately,
so
Janet, it was going to be up to this jury.
that's what I want to know. I want to know what happened when Tantalina got on the stand. I'm sorry. When Tantalina got on the stand and was like, I seen Cody in September. And then they done paid this Caucasian man to, hey Sanja, how you doing? Welcome to the chat. And I talked to you this morning, and it was nice talking to you. But how you guys doing? And I want to know how that was a grand prize. I hope this man is going to really tell her, because Nancy already told us. Sarah came in here running. Sarah's my girl. I don't see her every now and then. She comes. She usually goes over there on Facebook, but when she comes into YouTube, she was like, guess what she said? Guess what she said? She said, I gotta go tell SP. I gotta go tell SP what just happened. People hate me. I don't know why they hate me. Because not everybody gonna hate somebody that's real. They gonna come to the real people, and they gonna give them what they need. Let me go tell SP what I just heard and what happened. Yes, come tell us. We love this child. You're not telling us. You're not gossiping. You telling people who dedicate their lives to things like this. You know what I'm saying? Lisa Taylor says favor ain't fair. When Nancy finally did, and I'm just being honest, I love Nancy, but sometimes some things you can just see people for whatever. Don't come, 3-4 hours later want to give us some leftovers. Come tell us when it happened. You ain't doing that, then you ain't doing no service, really. You really ain't. Don't tell us after all the bid and glory, y'all done surprised and then went to everybody's channel and everybody's news report and went shopping and went and ate and went and laid down, and now you want to tell us? We already know. We already know, just like we were there. We already know, because I guarantee you, we're too big. We are. Maybe there's only about 23 people in the house right now. But we're too big. We're nationwide known. Do you not know? You guys, I'm going to tell you guys something, okay? And I ain't bragging, because God gets all the glory over here. I don't get none. He gets it all, and I love him. I love him. You know what? He can take it. I give it to him. It's his. He can do what he want with it. I want to serve him, and I'm going to continue to serve him, okay? So, y'all, when you want to get mad, I'm going to tell you right now who to get mad at. You get mad at him, because you know what? I'm going to do what he tells me to do. And he's going to continue to get all the glory. Okay? I'm just going to be the messenger. Just don't kill the messenger now. Y'all can try, but it ain't going to happen. I'm just letting you guys know. So when people come over here and they want to get all this, oh, you're so great, you're so good. If I ain't great and I ain't good, how you going to come on my channel, but you be great, or you be good? God going to make sure that, guess what? Why would we not? Don't you know that there's people that love the Lord just like we do? They got to do what the Lord tells them to do. They got to do what the Lord tells them to do. So you can't even get mad at a sister when she calls and she says, and we're live, and she says, SP, this is what happened. Girl, come and bring it to us. Bring it to us. Because we're not here, we're not there, we're not over here, we're not there. I'm way over here in Kansas. And people in Virginia ain't trying to give it to us like we want it. You know what I'm saying? They not. They wasn't. I'm just keeping it real. You can get mad at me, but you wasn't bringing it like you supposed to bring it for this baby. That's why when people get to doing all this hollering and hipping and crying and emotional and stuff, come on. When it's about the child, let it be about the child. It ain't about nobody else. It ain't about me. It ain't about no money. It ain't about fighting. It ain't about, making fun of people. It's about the child. Keep it about the child. Come on now, y'all. Come on. Anywho, let me get off of that tip. I'm just, I am a little bit disappointed, and not really disappointed because I expected this is how they were going to do everything in Virginia. Like, they used to come in, the whole Team Cody crew would come in and chit chat, but it was all about the drama. You take 5, 10, we'd be on for a whole hour, and 5 minutes be about the baby. And I just sit there and be like, oh my goodness. I do not want a circus or monkey show or whatever. But, they can't, they can claim that it's not the drama, but I'ma trust and believe it was so much drama. Every time you turn around, it was just drama, 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 drama. And they wasn't trying to be about the drama. Trust me, it's embedded in them. I'm just being honest with you guys. They can't help it, so I don't fault them. They can't help it. They surrounded by people of that nature. You know what I'm saying? So we're sitting there, and I'm going to tell you, not one person, 2 people, 3 people, about 6, 7 people called me and said, SP, I can't. Man, I just want to hear about the child or what happened. We got to hear about this and who fought and who ran away with the money. And we got to hear about the forgiveness of the money. And all that's a done deal. And then the shirt, the sweater, the jacket, and the baby in the suitcase. I said, I know. You going to, all that bull crap. And it was taken. All of it, I'm going to just be honest. People can get mad at me all they want. It took away from people being interested in what happened to this child. All of it did. All of it did. That's why when people be like, ooh, they fighting. Girl, I want to know what happened. I don't care. We can talk about that some other day. I don't care.
To decide the credibility of each and every witness that they heard from. That included the credibility of Cory Bigsby's sister, Cody's aunt, who you're talking about, and that also included the credibility of the 7-year-old who testified in this case. That would be Cory Bigsby's 7-year-old brother. Ultimately, the jury weighed the credibility of the testimony, and they decided that they chose to believe the testimony of the 7-year-old brother.
Come on!
The testimony of Cory Bigsby's mother.
And they did!
She had not seen Cory Bigsby, had not seen a picture of him, had not heard from him since at least June of 2021. And then you have the brother, the 7-year-old brother, who got up on the stand, and this morning prosecutors said that was their key witness. It was not the confession letters from jail, and we know there were 4 confession letters from Cory Bigsby in jail. The prosecution said that's not what we're basing our case on. That's just the icing on top. That's the confirmation for our evidence. They said the big moment in the trial for them, for the prosecution, was hearing from that 7-year-old testify that he found his brother.
All right. So, hey, Woke the God, how you doing? I know you're doing your homework. So, you guys, remember what I told Nancy yesterday? She said the big thing that got her was when the Caucasian man came on and said that he seen Cody at the store. That did it for her. She said that to the news. She did. And that's, hey, that's her thing. She could say what she said. And I'm like, did you miss the 7-year-old testimony? What the heck are you talking about? Also, and I wanted to go off a little bit, but I didn't because I wanted to get everything from my friend Nancy. I'm not talking that down. You guys don't go saying SP's talking bad about you, because she knows me very well. I didn't talk about when the money came up, miss. I just told her, I said, Nancy, come on now. I can't rock with you, girl. and I told her, whatever. Say what you want to say, but that just not can't be true. And I can't tell people what you just told me because that's a lie. That you know what I'm saying? She'll tell you. I just told her, girl, get it right. Get it right. All right. Whatever. We talked after the live, and I just told her, girl, whatever. No, no, no. No, no, no. Mm-mm. And I came back and told y'all, we talked after the live, and it's recorded. And I just told her, girl, there's no way in the world you're gonna have two numbers, serial numbers on the same money order. Matter of fact, I called the store and it's nationwide known. You just can't have it. That's just not so. They'll put some alphabets in there when they run out of numbers, honey. And they've been doing money orders for years. What you think they messed up and gave you two of the same number? It can't happen. They will. Guess what? If something of that nature happened, don't you know people will be making money orders? And she was like, well, I just got to go back to 7-Eleven and see why they did it. Girl, bye. Okay, I hear you. But we not talking about Nancy now. We're just going back over some of the drama that happened. You guys, let me find out where I was. Because this thing, okay. Come on, don't do that. Oh, Lord, it's wanting to start all over. Hold on, you guys. Hold on. It want to start all over. Oh.
Found his brother dead and last saw his brother dead in bed.
Oh, that's what I wanted to say. Hey, Lisa, how you doing? Humbug Day, happy to you too. So what I wanted to tell, and I expressed to Nancy, I said, this is what we were talking about yesterday. I said, Nancy, and it was crazy. Hey, Wavy, it was crazy to me. Why is it that you didn't take that what the baby said to be very important? You missed the whole thing. And but she seen what she seen and she heard what she heard. And that's what was very convincing to her, that he was lying. But did not you not hear this baby describe death at 7 years old? Come on now. The elephant is in the room and you decide to go with the roach that's in the corner. You decide to, that's what made you think, that's what broke the camel's back for you. I know you are woke to God. I'm looking at this elephant in the room. This 7-year-old baby described death better than a nurse can. I couldn't have done a better job. I would have been like, okay, the baby was laying there, his color was off. I shook him, he wouldn't wake. This baby sit there and told you his eyes was open. That lets you know that his eyes was fixed. They couldn't close. And his color, he had red, he had bruises on him and all of that. This elephant is in the room telling you, this 7-year-old baby describing death. Come on. That didn't wake you up, Nancy? I don't know. Nancy, my girl, but you missed him. You missed the bus, girl. You've been missing the bus on this. You missing the bus. We take what we can, though. Nancy good. In some ways. Not in everything. But I'm just being honest. When that baby got on the stand and said that his color was off, his eyes was open, he shook him, he couldn't wake up. I went back downstairs, told Daddy something wrong with Cody. And the daddy didn't come upstairs to look at Cody, didn't check on Cody. He said Cody's okay. That right there should have woken everybody that's on that jerk. Oh, Cody's okay? And he didn't see Cody no more after that. He done went and took the kids to the museum park or whatever it was, wanted them kids to not remember what they just seen Cody in that bed dead. Cody wasn't with him. You know, if the jurors could have asked more questions to that baby could have answered more and more and more and more and more questions. Could have. But people see what they only see. This is just like being in school. That's why I record everything, because I miss stuff too, because I wasn't taught how to study. And now that I do know how to study, I make straight A's. Not all the time, but most of the time I might make a B here and there. I ain't did a B in so long, I don't know what a B look like. But and I'm just saying, that's a little bit of bragging right there. But it ain't because I'm smart, because I know I'm not smart, or what people call smart. I think smart is knowing how to study. You know that you can sit in a classroom or sit in a trial and miss the highlights, miss the main points. You know why? Because you never done it before. So I don't diss Nancy. She never been to court before and know how this work. You know, she just haven't. I'm just telling you guys, we got to get what we can from whoever we can. So I'm not dissing her. Don't go running telling Nancy, SP over there dissing you. I'm not. And even if you did, it's okay with me. People done lied on me before. I'm just telling you guys the truth. She didn't know how to respond. She didn't know how to react. She did not know what to expect. And she didn't, like I said, she really didn't even know what. That's what type of people were trying to defend this baby and be on the baby's side. We all are new to how. I mean, even if you got 4 years in, 5 years in, going to these courts, watching them and looking, it's every one of them is gonna be different. Every one of them. You know what I'm saying? Thank you. Come holler at us, sister. She said, had SP News Nuggets not keep this story relevant, people would have let it fall by the wayside, and they would. You would have to run. Some people don't have Facebook. You run over there, and then you have to deal with all people. That's why there's different type of reporters. I don't have to be there, really. I would have loved to be there. I wanted to be there. It just wasn't happening. Every time I turn around, you know, if we would have got confirmation on the dates of really when court was going to start, confirmation on when, I don't want to run up there and they sitting there playing around. I didn't want that. That's too much money for me. That would have been like $2,000-$3,000 out of my pocket just to go up there, and they playing around. I can't afford to waste that kind of money. You know what I'm saying? And it would have been a waste. Y'all would have been like, SP went on up there and they all went to lunch. And I'm sitting there, and I couldn't have. The only way I could have done it is, and I told my husband, we talked about it, I would have had to go there by myself because he had to stay and work. And then I wouldn't have had no protection because I'm dealing around with some people that I don't even get down with, really. A lot of people, if I would have went to Virginia, it would have been more drama. I'm just telling you guys right now, it would have been more drama. You know why? Because I don't get down with those people up there. I've told y'all that. That's why when Tina came and said, SP duty, I didn't want to deal with Virginians. I said, girl, do you not know? Ask Tina. I said, girl, nah. Do you not know you're going to be dealing with a whole bunch of people that is just not cool with me? You know, not cool with me. What do you mean, SP? I'm going to tell you something. They lie like a rug. And I just can't even deal with them. And Tina was like, yes, you're going to do it, SP. And I was like, girl, you family. We'll try. We will try. Ask her. She'll tell you. She said, "You gonna do it?" I said, "Okay, Tina, we'll cover it, but whatever happens, happens." Yeah, I'm cool with you too. I'm not. When I say Virginians, I ain't talking about the real people, the original people. You know what I'm talking about? I ain't talking about everybody. But majority of people, girl, I done fought with them people down there in Virginia about some foolishness. And they just swear up and down. And people be like, yeah, they right, SP. I be like, girl, please. They more right than my left foot. That's how right they is. But I tell you, and I told Tina then, and I'll tell Tina right now in front of everybody, you know, only thing we can do is follow as good as we can with the people that will speak, on this child. We can get people to speak, and we did. There was people that came on. It was Cory's friend. She came in. Hey, she was in the chat. She came in. She said, "I know Cory. I work with him. Da 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 da." We had a family member that was friends with someone that they spoke to. That's how we knew the baby's name was Coco. They was going to share with us if they learned something, knew something or whatever. People stopped talking about that baby. The family stopped talking and everything. We had the one girl coming on. She kept coming up, named Blue. Me and her, we got into it. She was like, girl, she knew better to come back on my channel because I was finna bust her bubble. There was things I knew about her that she didn't know I knew. Girl, don't get mad at me. I wasn't attacking the mama. I was just sharing the truth. Once they told her that her baby was deceased, she was on TikTok dancing. So, I mean, things like that, the people need to know. I don't have no faith. I feel sorry for the mama. I do. I feel so sorry for her. I do. I feel sorry for the mama. We've had people that knew the mama or knew the babies or knew where the babies was at, and trust and believe, I ended up getting report. Never said nothing because we're dealing with kids. We're dealing with kids, dealing with their safety. And I don't play around with the safety of them children. I knew you was going to call, Tina. What's going on?
Girl, I heard my name, and I want to say this: you did a wonderful job. Even though that the drama came, I was expecting Virginians to do that,
Yeah.
But you did a wonderful, awesome job.
You know, the drama did come, and we can shift through that drama when it was coming. We shift through it. But you know what? Overall, I think that the people in Virginia did better than I expected them to do. They really did. Everything that they did. I believe that. I do. I believe that they can't help themselves from the drama.
No, they can't help that.
But they did a drive. Drama came. They did a gathering, a picnic or whatever. The drama came. That's when Amina stepped in.
Right.
See, people didn't realize Amina was at that picnic. And I told them, you know why I know Amina was at the picnic? Because when I clipped videos from who was reporting, it was Amina that was reporting the picnic. She hadn't been his attorney yet, but she was at that picnic. People were like, SP, you don't know. Yeah, I do know, because guess what? That's where I got that video from. Amina. The attorney, Amina. She was already at the picnic. She wasn't Cory's attorney. This was... No, she was not. That's why I had to be careful about that video.
But hey, I came in late. So, did you share with them what Anton, the press conference with Anton
No, I haven't even went over that yet. I was going to go over a little bit of the news, uh, the results of the news of the guilty part, and then I was going to walk Diesel because Diesel needs to be walked today, and then I was going to go over some more. But I mean, I think you sent it to me, but you're gonna have to send it to me again because I want to go over that too, and we might go over that
Well,
tomorrow.
well, I'm going to share with y'all. I'm going to share with y'all a little bit,
I
and
did
then
not. I hold on, Tina. Hold on, Tina, baby. I did not promote Amina. The video was so good, showing us being the eyes at the picnic. I had to share her. I had to share the video. I even told everybody it was a. I told everybody be very careful because this is not my video. It's a video of somebody, and I knew that they was in some kind of law or legal stand, so I couldn't really change the video. I could take clips from it, but I could still share it because it was not YouTube, it was Facebook. So I wasn't promoting Amina. Amina just so happened to end up with the case. No, she didn't just so happen to end up with the case. She's friends with Rhoda, and they needed an attorney that has no kind of common sense, and then they picked Amina. That's how that happened.
right. Well, I'm gonna share a little bit of the clipping of what. Okay,
Come on,
so
because we're already looking at a clipping.
no. Look, listen. I'm gonna share what was brought to me. Okay, the mother was in the press conference yesterday, so she was here. She was here. Mhm. The mother was here, y'all. Dana. Yeah. Mhm. She was here.
Okay.
She was here.
Of course she was there. She didn't they do the press conference right after the verdict?
Yes.
Okay. It ain't like she took a extra ride or anything. She was already there.
She was already here.
Okay.
Right. Because I thought they went back to DC. I thought they went back to DC. So, with that little incident with
Yeah.
Rhoda.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I thought they went back to DC.
Y'all need to stop saying people's names on this channel. I do not want to fight with this woman.
Well, with the woman, you understand? Okay, so I thought they went back to DC. So I did not know that the lady was still here. Mama was still here.
Mm-hmm.
So I was glad to actually see her because I didn't know if she was still here or not. But I'm glad that she was still here.
Yeah.
What took away from me was not the Caucasian persuasion, but what took it away from me was DJ. Go, DJ, go. My thing was, okay, so this is what I got on my mind, and maybe somebody can help me out with it. Okay, so number one, why did it take so long for Cory to report his child missing? And number two, if Cody was, God, I don't want to say this. If Cody had sugar in his tank, okay, so
If Cody has sugar in his tank,
well,
that's a baby. That's a 3-year-old baby.
I know that's a 3-year-old baby.
The baby ain't got sugar in his tank. Somebody planted some stuff in that baby's head.
So my thing is, okay, so how come he didn't have how come he didn't, okay, so if he knew that they were going for joint custody, not in court, but out of court, how come Cory didn't have some support to go behind this? If you knew that you were going to have these kids, you should have some support.
You're right. And let me tell you, he should have got a psychiatrist for the child if the child was trying to experiment with the brothers or the whatever. But here's the thing. That child only knows what he has seen and what he has been taught or somebody been funneled. If that was even true.
Right.
He's 3 years old. Just because a baby touch another baby's balls doesn't mean, he probably looking at his balls and looking at what my balls is. And but here's the thing. A child don't let me tell you something. All my kids, when I raised all my kids, I didn't have men coming running in and out of my house. I raised my kids, my doors are open. When I go to the bathroom, it was just me. My kids, I say, look, mama's going to the bathroom. You know why I kept my door open? Not so that they can look at me and see that I'm different from them.
Right.
Hold on, Amari's calling. Hold on. I'm gonna have her in here. But I kept the door open so that I can hear what's going on. Hey Amari, what's going on? Hold on for a minute. Okay, you're on the conference line. Hey Amari.
Hi.
I finally got to hear from you. How you doing?
I'm doing good.
Good. Tina's on the line also.
Hey, am I? Hey. How are you? I'm okay. It's just that Cory needs to get himself together because he acted so nonchalant when that guilty verdict had come, and he blaming his attorneys. Talk about, because I saw it was an interview he did with one of the reporters, and he talking about stuff. I don't know what Cody is, and he was talking about his attorneys didn't do the right information and all these different stuff. Who wrote the letter in 2021 then? The guards didn't do it, you did it. So stop blaming people for your action, and you don't want to do this to yourself.
Right. Well, Marty, was you in the courtroom?
No, but I saw it on the I rewatched the news, and when I saw his face, he looked like he had no remorse at all.
Right now he doesn't.
Right now.
I think he's just going under, his family telling him they can probably win, they can probably beat this. They don't have a body, they don't have a cause or whatever. So normally you don't get a guilty verdict. You really just don't. But there was so many mistakes in this because the way his action is, people don't understand. Your action speaks louder than your words.
Exactly.
And when
do you know that they already done an appeal?
yeah, well, yeah, but you only got 30 days or something like that. 30, I think it's like 30 days. They're all different in different states. But the last trial we was in Nature Boy, they was telling him he got 30 days to appeal. You got 30 days to appeal.
Right, but they did the emotion this morning.
Okay.
Okay, well, we'll wait. We will wait.
That ain't nothing. Mm-mm. LaKendra, your package is on its way. Go ahead, Amari.
Yeah, I saw on 13 News, a reporter went to the jail and interviewed Cory, and he was like, I don't know where Cody is at, talking about some trash and like talking about some y'all making stuff. I talk about I went to Busch Gardens and all that. First of all, they had proof. Second of all, you lying to yourself.
Well, the only way he can prove anything of what he's saying, he's got to tell us where Cody is at. If you didn't discard him like trash, where is he? Because only person knows is you.
Right. And I'm like, Cory, you blaming the attorneys because first of all, them up. It's not like they didn't tell you. So you can't blame that on them. And you can't blame that they were giving out misinformation. First of all, you can't blame nobody but yourself.
Right. Okay.
Stop blaming people.
Well,
You'll be writing another letter.
if
You'll be writing another letter. Watch. You sure will. You'll be writing another letter, y'all. I guarantee it. If he wrote those, then he's going to write another one. Watch. Just sit back. Just give him some time. Just give him some time. Because he got in there yesterday, right? So he's going to write another letter, y'all. So just be
he either gonna write another letter or he's going to ask for some kind of leniency to tell us what happened. You know what I'm saying?
true that. True.
Remember the baby on King Hill? LaKendra. Hold on. Maury and Tina, hold on. LaKendra, when I sent the letter back to you, I sent it in the original letter just so you can see the date on there. And when we sent out our mail, we sent it out before the first of the year. We sent it out, I think it was December the 29th. It didn't come back to me until like January, the end of January. So, and then I kept it in the car for a while because I was like, I kept running back and forth to the post office and it came back. Now, here's the thing. If you look at what the address that you sent me, that's the address I sent it to. That's why it came back. Until you sent me the original address, then you're going to get it. So you guys, when y'all don't get your mail or you just don't get your package, it ain't me. That's why I tell you guys, if you got an update on your address or you sent me the wrong address or you went and gave me some abbreviations or something, that's on you. That's on you. Look, it's like, I know. I ain't mad at you. I'm just saying we're in March. You should have been done had all them cards, girl. I didn't even look in it. I don't even know what you won now. But anyway, I just want LaKendra to know that's family. We gotta make sure family always know why they didn't get their stuff.
we gotta get family right first.
LaKendra, he got sentenced yesterday. You late, girl.
That was yesterday.
They had 2 hours to deliberate. They went back at 11:25, and by 1:45, they had found this man guilty of all charges. Go ahead, you guys, go ahead.
Yeah, he's not gonna write no letters and telling us what color he is. You know why? Because he's a monster. Because
Oh, Amari thinks he's not going to write a letter.
he's not, because I can tell. I think the difference. I can tell because
Okay.
if you're gonna write a letter saying where to find Cody, you should have been done this by now. You in jail now. You're gonna be acting the same way you was acting when you was in. I'm talking about the people was treating me wrong in jail. They wouldn't let me eat. They wouldn't all about your issues. What about Cody when you decided that you wanted to beat him to death?
Right.
When he was probably crying for help, and you were beating him up.
Well, here's the thing. LaKendra, he's not getting sentenced until June 18th. June the 18th. So that's that answer. Maury thinking he's not going to write a letter. Tina's like, yeah, he is. If you think he's going to write a letter, put a 1 in the chat. If you think he's not going to write a letter, put a 2 in the chat. I'm going to say this. Amari, I love you with everything, and I see why you're saying you don't believe, but I believe he's gonna write a letter. I believe he's gonna write a confession letter like he done before. I believe he's gonna go with his attorney and ask for some sympathy, ask for for leniency on his sentence and gonna give them some information. That he got nothing else to lose. He done lost everything. Don't take it to the grave with you. Don't take it to the grave with you.
He will tell somebody. Yes, he will, Sanjay. Yes. Yes, he will.
Amari.
Yes, he will.
You're talking to Amari.
I'll read Sanjay's comment.
He's not going to continue with his innocence. This man, listen, this is what, Amari, you there, baby?
Yeah.
Listen to this. This is why we came on here. We wanted to talk about this a little bit. But we're already in our hour. And I was supposed to go take the dog out for a walk at 12, but we'll wait a little bit. But Mari, this is why I believe so. He's got nothing to lose telling us now. He's been trying to tell us in all of the confession letters. He's been trying to tell us. Here's the thing. His family was telling him, no, shut up. Don't say that. Don't say this. You know, you got them by the balls because guess what? They violated your rights. You ain't got to say nothing. They got no body. They got no this. Those letters was not even important. They are important, to be honest with you guys. They are very important. Why? Because he told us in those letters. They added up what DJ said. The baby was in the bed. Why would he not? Look, he did not write 1. He did not write 2. He did not write 3, but he wrote 4. He wrote 4. You think he's going to stop? He's not going to stop because this is the thing. They got you guys thinking that those confession letters are not confession letters. He was crazy. He was in his head. He had a box on his head. He had antennas coming out. No, those are listen, Amari, because I'm sharing a little bit with you, and it's not even be honest with you, it's not scientific. Those are, whether you want to believe it or not, those are confession letters. Those are confession letters.
Right. Yes. But then he gonna act crazy and say, "Oh, I didn't write them letters." Yes, you did write them letters. Can't nobody put you in jail to write them letters. That's what I'm talking about.
Right.
You're gonna act like, "Oh, I didn't say this. I didn't say that." That's what irks me, because if you didn't want Cody so bad and he was having behavior issues, why you didn't give him help? First of all, that's the one thing I want to know. Second of all, if he was touching one of the other twins, then why you didn't just try and reach out to the mother and ask her nicely, can Cody live with her and until Cody gets himself together, instead of saying, "Oh, I don't want to severely hurt Cody." Really? Just because he's a mama's boy, you was mad about that? You were so mad about that you had to do that to your child. Really? Come on.
Exactly. I hear what you're saying. I have not went back over that press conference yet. I haven't went over the interview at the jail yet. We're trying to get through it. We're trying to get through it. So you've seen something we have not yet seen yet. So I can't really speak on it. I need you to send it to me. Send me the link, what you've seen, and so we can speak on it. I've got another call coming in. Hold on. Okay.
I'm gonna jump down in the chat and I sent the press conference back
Okay.
to you.
Okay. I got to answer. Hey, I'm gonna put you in the
Okay. All right.
Okay.
I'm gonna jump down, SP. Thank you.
Okay. Thanks, Tina.
All right. Me too.
All right. Amari.
Bye.
Bye. Good after. Come holler at a sister. How you doing?
I'm saddened in my heart. You know, I was trying to stay in the chat, now I just got to a point. Let me just call in. This man,
They
he's
must
gonna
have.
get from
They
the
must
young
have.
lady.
They must have heard you coming up because they hurried up and jumped off.
They jumped on. Yeah, I was like, why they hanging up? But it's okay.
Come on, Judge.
You know, God has a way that's mighty sweet. Had it not been for a woman that's all the way in the middle of the earth that decided, yes, I will take on this case. I'm glad he didn't come here because I would have had to come to Virginia. We both would have been sitting in lockup.
Do you know what?
With them people.
Do you know 2 or 3 times I beat myself up, but I've had people talk me not to come. Sanja Watts told me, oh, she said, SP, don't do it, don't do it. Tina was like, come on, come on, come on, and I was like, Tina, I'm trying to come, but everything was going against me coming. Everything, my school was against it. Like things wasn't adding up like it.
You did what your assignment for him was what we heard yesterday, and that was guilty. I don't know why these parents feel. Cory is not the first parent that has done something to a child and tried to use his mental state to get away with it. I'm gonna stay with the father. That was his child. A child at 3 years old don't know nothing about being a pedophile. I'm not even going to receive that. He mimics what he sees.
Mm-hmm.
So if he was touching his brother or whatever, it's because somebody touched him. I'm not giving that to that baby. That doesn't justify him not being here. That doesn't justify that. You correct him and you keep on going. I pray that listen, the sentence that he will get is not even going to be nothing to touch what God will do with him. He murdered that baby. And unfortunately, we don't know where he is. But I believe what you said. He's going to eventually tell what he did. He's going to have to, because he's not going to rest. That family that's still with him, that's what they're supposed to do. They're supposed to stand, but I think young lady said it just before she hung up. He's going to tell it because he wanted to tell it before. That's why he wrote the letters.
Yeah.
But they kept telling him to shut up.
Yeah.
And you know why they told him to shut up, SP? And I'm not going to hold up much time. I just wanted to agree with the two young ladies that were on. I would think that was Lisa.
It was Tina and Amari.
Tina and Amari. I agree. I just believe that mentally, see, it's not going to, nobody, like Amari said, nobody forced him to write the letters. He could, when you guilty of something, you can't hold it for so long, can you?
Right.
You got to tell somebody.
Yeah.
You're going to tell somebody.
Yeah.
It's going to eat you up if you don't. Look, I got something to tell you, don't tell nobody. Well, we say, and that's what we say. I ain't going to tell nobody. Girl, I did kill that man because he did such and such. Well, if I'm facing a murder charge, guess what I'm going to do? I'm going to tell you. I'm not going to tell nobody. But I'm calling the DA. Hey, I got some information for you. What is going to do for me? I'm not making light of it. It's so sad. And, the mother, I pray that from this, she will learn some things. We all have. Listen, just because he's the daddy don't make him the better parent.
Yeah,
The mother don't make her the better parent.
Amari told us, and I haven't seen it yet, but he talked to the news. He ain't never talked to the news before.
I have to look for that because I didn't see where. I saw where they were talking about his birth. I haven't seen that yet, but I'll go back when when you go off.
Yeah.
It's just sad, For 2 years, I still say what I said, and I stand with it. I'm so grateful for God that He put it in your heart to make Cody our baby. Because had you not pushed the issue, and you did, you went up against a lot of people. SP people were calling in. There was a lot of back door issues that a lot of people don't even know about. And you don't have to run for me. I'm just a nobody. You know what I'm saying? I'm not anybody. But you stood firm, flat-footed for this child. Other channels, they okay, and they let it go. Nobody pressed the issue for Cody. None of these other cases that you kept on the burner forefront. I remember we did a 21 series for somebody. 21 series. Can't even remember. And I believe had you not done that for that person, they would not have come up and even with the trial period.
Right.
But nobody comes back to SP and say thank you. But I will say thank you for this baby. Because had you not kept on pressing the issue, had we not made discussion on it. No, we didn't do a mock trial on it because we didn't have to. We already had to. We know who did what. And I'm just so grateful for that. And if he is innocent, then why don't you tell what happened? So what we supposed to believe, you innocent, and this 7-year-old boy saying what he said, and he's 7 now, and he was 5 when it happened. Why is it so strong in his memory?
Right.
And I think that's why he was convicted. I think it has a lot to do with the testimony of his brother.
Right.
I really do. The brother kind of sealed his fate.
Yeah.
Because he don't have, what does that little boy have to gain or lose?
Right. Right.
I'm just asking a question. And he wouldn't even look at it. Some of it, you could see him just like unconcerned.
Right.
Now you want to blame your attorneys, but your family wouldn't got those attorneys.
Right.
So,
got the weirdest attorneys ever. I was like, I said it a long time ago. I know you guys remember. I hate to say stuff like that. I even hate to say I told you so. But I told them they got the wrong. Amina was the wrong person. She wanted to be Commonwealth attorney. That's what she wanted to be. So with them going at odds, they picked the wrong person to represent him. Just because she hates police doesn't mean that the police was for the child. The police was for the baby at this situation. Not the grown man, but the baby. But she was targeting the police because of he was a black man. We don't care he a black man. We was concerned about the child. And she had she couldn't represent Cody. She wasn't representing Cody. She didn't care about, well, we need to go ahead and get this father out so we can start looking for the baby. Ain't nobody look for the baby. He can't even leave the house. How y'all gonna look for the baby? You ain't asked him one question about this child. When they asked her about the child, they said, Amina, Mrs. Willard, have you asked your client, did he do anything? She said, I don't have to, because I know he didn't. That's what she said. She didn't want the answer. Because once she got the answer and he said something to her, she would have to. Because he can come back and say, I told her this. Matter of fact, I recorded telling her. She'll be in a world of trouble. She'll lose her license. Because the minute that you admit to your attorney that you did, that's it.
So sad. I'm glad it's finally come to somewhat of an end, but it's never an end because this baby, has not been found. I'm not saying he won't be. And for him to die at the hand of his dad is just uncalled for.
Right.
Uncalled for. I see, when I look at his picture at times, Cody was a little fighter.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You know how you, like, I have some grandkids, but I can look at my grandkids and see there's a few of them that kind of timid, but there's a few that you just not going to push over them.
Right.
And they not grown. They little kids I'm talking about under 10. You just not going to do that with them.
Right.
And I believe that's what that baby was. He was a fighter. I'm sorry, he was a fighter. To have been, I believe his brother, that he found his brother deceased basically because he wasn't moving. You had to be you had to be out of your mind. And I'm not even gonna give Cory that. But somebody, I think Tina just said, the family knew. Somebody knew.
Yeah.
Y'all ain't gonna tell me y'all ain't know what happened with that baby. And y'all played along with it.
Right.
I'm sorry that he the only one that's on trial.
Right.
I wish they could come back, especially, I ain't gonna name nobody, but some individuals should be brought up for accessory. Because y'all know what happened to that baby. If you don't know what happened, you aided and abetted him in keeping it.
Right.
I don't want, if I do something wrong, I gotta take the fall for it.
Right.
But thank you, SP. It's a pleasure to speak with you. I just, it's more to come. It's more to come. It's a lot that's gonna come from this. I don't think I'm hoping that they go and, you know, that they, I know he's been found guilty, but I'm hoping that the other blood things will come over because he didn't do this by himself.
Yeah. Yeah, but he's not going to get his family all involved in it, but...
Of course he's not. Of course he's not. And the person that I think is mainly involved, he going to protect them till he go home to glory. So.
Yep. Yep.
Which he already has, so...
Yeah.
But thanks again, and you have a great evening, and to everyone else as well, okay?
Alrighty. Thank you.
Take care. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. You guys, I'm a grab this. Amari sent me this, so the first one Amari sent me, and this is totally different, but because I want to see what she's talking about. Let me see. I think come holler at a sister for calling in. Oh, and I only got 8. I got 8%. Dang it, man. Oh, here it is too. Maury, good looking out. We're gonna go over it a little bit. It may not be that long. I got 8%. Oh, wow. It's a good one too, you guys. Hold on. Let me try to grab it. Hold on. If it's silent, be careful. They're going to probably give me a commercial first. It's just twirling around. Uh-oh. It's doing a little something. We finna listen to it. Hold on. It's twirling around. Hold on for 15 seconds. Here we go. Jailhouse interview. Channel 13.
We begin with breaking news. Cory Bigsby spoke exclusively to 13 News Now. This is the first time he's speaking publicly since reporting his son Cody missing. That was more than 2 years ago.
A jury found him guilty of murder just yesterday. Angelique Arentock got a chance to sit down one-on-one with Bigsby. Angelique joins us live now. Angelique, what did you learn in this conversation?
Cory Bigsby tells me exclusively from jail he feels he did not get a fair trial. He says he's innocent and thinks a jury wrongfully convicted him. He and I spoke for roughly 30 minutes. During our wide-ranging interview, he said he has no idea where his son Cody is. Yesterday, a jury found Bigsby guilty of killing Cody and then hiding his body. Bigsby first reported the boy missing to Hampton police in January 2022. Bigsby reflected on some of the testimony provided during his multi-day trial, including from Cody's now 7-year-old brother. Bigsby says someone coached his son to say he saw Cody lifeless in bed. Shortly after Bigsby filed Cody's missing person report in 2022, police arrested him on charges separately for child neglect. Those landed him in Hampton Roads Regional Jail for months. Bigsby alleges correctional officers mistreated and tormented him to write confessions.
You could tell that was trash details because, for one, I never said, for one, you don't even have a body, right? So how I'm going to give you a building number and all of this stuff where you can find my son at and then you don't find him there? That's trash. So you already know that was definitely something that was made up. Okay, then secondly, I killed my son, then I went to Busch Gardens, I did this, I went to the store, I went to take a boo-boo, all this stuff. Come on now. That don't even sound right.
And look, I
Wow.
asked him about his mental state while at Hampton Roads Regional Jail. He said it was fine then as it is now. Coming up on 13 News Now at 12:30, I'll tell you about Bigsby's reaction to Cody's mother taking the stand. Live in Suffolk, Angelique Aaron Talk, 13 News Now.
Angelique, thank you for that. Bigsby sentencing set for June
Okay, boy, I had
18th. This would mark the 3rd anniversary of when Bigsby supposed.
wow. Okay, my phone trying to go dead. Boy, I tell you, but we got it. We got it. You guys, wow. Wow. He's going to talk about the mother too also, I guess, on another, I guess they've got, the cameras watching. The cameras is on Cory. He's in jail. He's now he wants to talk. Exactly, Tina. Play that little violin because nobody cares to hear you saying, this wasn't right, that wasn't right. Okay, well, why you didn't get up in court and tell the people it wasn't right? He had a chance to speak. Don't speak what you want us to know when we got questions. He should have spoke. She said probably today at 4 p.m. Okay. Well, they got it. He decided to go to Channel 13 News and speak and talking about, well, how am I going to give them a building number and then y'all go check to see if my son is there and then come back and he ain't there. Come on. I want to say something so bad, but it will offend some people down there in Virginia. I'm going to say this. I've had people come to me and say, well, SP, well, what was we looking at? And I said, girl, bye. You know what? I'm not going to go there with you. We're not finna play this game, have this conversation. I don't know what you was looking at, but I know you wasn't looking at what you said you was looking at, because that's a lie from the pit of hell. But I seen this. I said, girl, bye. I can't even talk to you no more. I just can't. You guys remember that conversation? This is the kind of mannerism that Cory has. I didn't tell them a building. That was a lie. Okay, you want to tell us what you want to tell us, but you don't want us to ask you no questions. You didn't want to get on the stand. Now that guess what? The pavement hit the road. Okay? Now you want to say what wasn't right. My son didn't tell them that. They put that in my son's head. He's 7. He's 7. You just didn't know how much your son knew. You never asked. He've already told you. He tried to wake up Cody. Cody wouldn't wake up. His eyes was open. People would have thought that, well, maybe he was still alive with them saying his eyes was open. But I shook Cody and I shook him. Then I went and told my dad. My dad said, ain't nothing wrong with Cody. The child can't make that up. He will get lost in the sauce of the conversation. You can mix him up. He didn't get mixed up. He did not get mixed up, you guys. He might got mixed up. What day was it? Was it Monday? Was it Tuesday? Was it Wednesday? Was it Thursday? They trying to make his testimony uncredible. But it was credible. I'm just saying. I was in the conversation of what was they said. I want to listen to some more of it.
But Janet, ultimately, we did hear the aunt's testimony saying that she saw Cody alive at a family gathering in September of 2021, but there was no photo evidence of that. We also heard from a Hampton man who said that he saw Cody alive at a Food Lion just a couple days before his face was plastered all over the news on January 31st, 2022. But again, there was no photo evidence of that. So even though this case was built on circumstantial evidence, ultimately the jury decided to opt for the credibility of the prosecution's witnesses as opposed to the defense's. And Janet, forgive me as I keep looking back. We are waiting for some of the key attorneys to walk out of these doors. We want to hear from Curtis Brown, who is the lead attorney for Cory Bigsby. He's aided by Ken Singleton and Amini Matheny Willard. They have not had a comment for us all week long.
He said
so this
Amina.
could be our first chance to hear from Bigsby's attorneys and,
her name is
perhaps
Amina.
how they plan to move forward. Do they have an appeal that they want to make at some point? But their client right now looking up to 45 years in prison. Of course, he will be sentenced at a later date.
Whoa!
Yeah,
45.
You touched on this when you talked about
45.
the 7-year-old little boy who testified, and then we
He's
saw
looking
the
at
mother
45
on the
years.
stand. We saw the aunt on the stand, and the interesting thing is that the mother and the son, the little boy, they testified for the prosecution, and the aunt for the defense, and it just sort of underscores how emotional. And if you need to go, I see you looking. We're prepared to break away there, but
No,
just
you're good. Yeah,
it just
we are. I'm sorry, Janet. Keep going.
Okay. Yeah, it just underscores how emotional this whole thing has been from the very beginning. We know how the community just rallied around that little boy, just so concerned about his well-being, and just how much people came out and they were searching, the vigils that were held, that fence that was put up in Buckrow where you had all the little stuffed animals and the letters, just extremely heartfelt. And then you see the trial
Exactly.
happen, the family members
Exactly.
having to,
The aunt said they have to prove it. That's Lisa Calhoun. That's what she said. Well, what if he did do it? She was like, they would have to prove it. They did.
To testify in that trial. That must have been something to see and
Janet,
hear.
on that note, this is a woman who's been a Cody
Here we go.
supporter
They
from the
got
start,
Nancy up here.
Strickland.
Here they go with Nancy.
His face, when we seen his face, we fell in love with him. And he became 7x7's child. That's what Cory Bigsby did. We got justice. Yeah, where's Cody? Right. Y'all been out here for a long time looking for baby. Oh my God, guys.
Nancy, what are your general emotions right now? You were here every day of this trial. What does it feel like to hear the guilty verdict?
Oh my God, I wanted to get up and scream. But I couldn't. I wanted to get up and scream, thank you, God. Thank you, Jesus, because we've wanted this for 26 months. And we finally got it.
What was the turning moment in the case? You heard all the testimony. What was the strongest?
For me, is when the man got up and said he seen Cody in the grocery store. And with the money you collected, would you be buying the bench now? And he...
Hold on.
Gives me permission, yes.
Hold on. Nancy's in the chat right now. Rhoda was like, the money that you got together, you gonna get that bench. She said, you gonna get the bench now? Nancy answered, you gonna get the bench? She said yes. And Nancy said yes.
So, oh God.
The man in the grocery store.
Yes, when the man in the grocery store said he seen Cody.
She had to get her thoughts back together.
2 days before Cory reported him missing. And it was DJ. It was not even Cody. It was DJ, and the man said, this is him.
What's next for the Where is Cody movement?
Searching, researching.
You're not giving up on finding him.
I will not give up on Cory Bigsby. I will not do it.
And ma'am, you were in here all week long too. What's your reaction hearing the guilty verdict today?
When the Commonwealth said, with all the evidence, he wrote his own confession. No one forced him. He wasn't crazy. That was guilt. From that child, letting him know, you're guilty.
So for you, it was the jail confession letters that.
Jail confessions. Yes.
Yes.
He sealed his fate.
Yes,
No
he
one
did.
could ever describe something like that. No.
All right, we're going to come over here and try to grab some members of the family. We appreciate.
Okay. So we heard that part. She said SP Bell's press conference was all that, and he said if Cory Bigsby had gotten on the stand, he would have been a legal beatdown. Yeah, I know it would. I would. We seen Nancy break down. We seen the lady with her. I don't know what her name is. We seen her break down. He's going over to
This
get.
is Cory Bigsby's sister. Let's see if she has a comment.
They're going to Cory's
testified
sister.
on the stand yesterday.
I never lied from the beginning, and I don't lie now. Excuse me.
Tandalia, so you saw Cody on September
She
20th.
said, excuse her. Don't put nothing in my face.
Mr. Hennedy.
I said, don't put nothing in my face. Don't ask me no questions.
He said, "Don't put nothing in my
So
face.
the
Don't
woman,
ask me no
who
questions."
We tried to ask questions from there was the sister of Cory Bigsby. She was the one who took the stand the other day, and we're going to go over here and try to grab an attorney.
So she put out her arms. Tandalina TT put it. She said, "I told the truth then, and I'm telling the truth now." And then Uncle was like, "Don't put nothing in her face. Don't put nothing in her face." She said, Don't put nothing in my face." Oh my God.
This is Mr. Curtis Brown. He was the lead counsel for Cory Bigsby.
Oh my goodness.
And,
These
we're
people
gonna
are
see
the most.
Mr. Brown, can we just get a statement from you on the guilty or client today?
No, you can't get one from me. You keep putting the news reports like you put them. Okay.
Mr. Singleton, would you have any comment today?
I have no comment.
Mr. Singleton said, "I have no comment." He looked like he white, but I think Mr. Singleton is mixed. He sounded like a black man. He said, "I have no." He said, "I have no comment." I think Mr. Singleton is black. You guys, I don't think he's white.
They're happy you all presented the case the way that y'all wanted, as if he was guilty already and everything. So y'all should be satisfied.
Sir, are you going to appeal?
We'll talk.
Mr. Brown, do you feel as though you had a fair chance with this case?
No.
You were in there. You were in the court, okay?
Yes.
I called Mr. Bell. I said that everybody, you striking all these black people. You black, I said I'm black.
To do with it. We're talking about a child. We're talking about a 3-year-old.
Quit throwing race
We're talking
cards.
about
Okay, that is Mr. Curtis Brown.
Somebody
That
got
is the
mad.
Attorney for Cory
Whoa!
Bigsby.
Somebody got mad. They told Doodle Brown, we ain't talking about no black and white. We ain't talking about no grown. We talking about a child. We talking about a 3-year-old. And Mr. Brown was like, "Okay, I'm out." He's like, okay. Yeah, some woman came in there and she stated the facts. She said, "Shut up. We ain't talking about all this black thing and this black, and you throwing that card out there. We're talking about a child." She said. She came in there with the voice of God. Yes, she did. That's what they get for playing with God's children. That's what they get. You get beat down like that. You will, and you will. I don't know who said it. I don't know, but I felt her voice tremble with God on her mind. I did. Did y'all want to hear it again? She said it. Oh my goodness, I love listening to stuff like this. Oh yeah. Okay, I want to hear a little bit when she said it. Yeah.
Emma, you were in here all week long too. What's your reaction here in the guilty verdict today?
Okay, I can't hear that again.
Curtis Brown, he was the
Here we go.
lead
He was at
counsel
12:51,
for,
you guys.
Cory Bigsby. And we're going to see if...
Listen what she said. She said, "We're talking about a 3-year-old. She said, "I felt it."
on the guilty
You heard the voice of God came in there. Here we go.
Mr. Singleton, would you have any comment today?
I have no comment.
I'm telling you, I heard it. Mr. Singleton, he said, "I have no comment." He's a black man. He's got to be black. His voice is too strong.
They got what they wanted. So
He said,
I'm hoping that they're happy and hoping that you all are happy. Okay? You understand? I'm hoping that they're happy. You all presented the case the way that y'all wanted, as if he was guilty already and everything. So y'all should be satisfied.
Sir, are you going to appeal?
We'll talk.
Mr. Burns, do you feel as though you had a fair chance with this case?
No.
You were in there. You were in the court, okay?
Yes.
I called Mr. Bell. I said that everybody, you striking all these black people. You black, I said I'm black.
Nothing to do with it. We're talking about a child. We're talking about a 3-year-old.
Quit throwing race
We're talking about
Okay, that is Mr. Curtis Brown. That is the lead attorney for Cory Bigsby, offering
He was
comment
done.
in this case, not even saying if they would plan to appeal. Amina, would you have anything to say? Okay.
she said, we ain't talking
let's
about the
go
race
here.
car.
This is,
we talking about a child. We
Mr.
talking about a
Bell,
3-year-old.
if we could just,
He's
get
like,
your reaction.
I'm done. Yeah, she brought that God thunder into
We
him.
will do that. Chief Weidman, while we have you, we know that you were not the chief at the time, but you've certainly been following this case very closely.
I'll follow along with Mr. Anton's comments.
Okay. We're going to expect to hear from Chief Weidman and Commonwealth's attorney Anton Bell here at a news conference that we said should be happening very shortly. Janet, as you can see, a lot unfolding out here, but we're trying to speak to as many people as possible. Any other questions you have for us at this time, Janet?
Yeah, Dan, you're doing a wonderful job of getting the reaction, and I'm just really touched by Nancy, the first lady that you spoke to, and that just speaks to all of the emotion that we were talking about earlier. This is a case that has just touched so many people across Hampton Roads. I mean, in my recent memory here, I've been here for a long time, and I can't recall a case that meant so much to so many people. Cody, only 3 years old, I guess at the time of his death. When he was introduced to us, we knew him as that 4-year-old little boy. His picture on billboards. You hear the emotion out there. Obviously, the defense attorney's not ready to talk about this, but Anton Bell getting ready to hold a news conference. Dan, they're talking to you about those confessions that were testified about during the trial, the things that he wrote in.
Oh my goodness, I think she just talking because she likes to hear her voice talk. Well, I didn't never see her out there.
That composition book, that obviously had a big impact.
I think you're right, and Janet, if you can hang on with me, we've been told that we are allowed to come in here and speak with Anton right now. So
Okay.
I do want to warn you, we are live, Mr.
Okay.
Bell. But we're going to go ahead and get set up for this news conference. Janet, if you could still hang with me, we will take that live here in just a moment. But any other questions or commentary, go ahead and pass it my way. Okay.
So I guess this is the press conference. They're getting ready to do the press conference.
Mr. Bell has to say in terms of all over the state, really.
I don't want to hear her. I can listen to her later.
Once he's gathered his remarks and his staff.
Let's see. They're getting ready to do a press con. Okay, here's the press conference right here.
Okay, let's go back.
This DIY car
Oh,
is breaking the
snap.
internet.
Is about to
Okay, let's go. Come on, Mr. Bell. I didn't know Mr. Bell was so gray-head.
Co-counsel and the chief of police to be here beside me.
Come on, Tonga.
So tell me, are you guys ready?
Yes, we're ready.
Well, first of all, I'm going to say to God be the glory.
God be the glory.
I am a spiritual person, and I believe that he was literally ordering the steps of this trial. As many of you know, when we started out with this particular case, we were already behind the 8 ball because we were already 6 months behind what had actually occurred.
Yes,
and
you guys were.
Prove that, but when someone has that much of a lead ahead of you, it makes it very difficult trying to go back and put the pieces together.
Right.
So let me just first thank my trial and my litigation team. First with Dylan Arnold, who
Dylan Arnold. Remember that name, you guys.
He has done a phenomenal job in trying this case with me. And also,
hold on, I want to say something. Y'all, I'm going to tell y'all, especially, I don't know if Sanja is in the building. Remember that. Okay? Remember that name. Dylan Arnold. There's a reason why I'm telling you to remember that name. Okay? Everybody in the chat, put a 1 in the box. Put a 1 in the box if you just heard what I just said. Remember that name. It's D-Y. Not Dylan. D-Y. Dylan. Remember, there's going to be a reason why I tell y'all to remember that name. She said, I was remembering it. Remember that, okay? Remember that name, D-A. Remember that name, okay? There's a reason why I'm telling y'all to remember it, okay? I ain't going to tell you why now, but I'm going to say, remember I told y'all to remember that? D-Y. D-Y, girl. D-Y. Okay? D-Y. Okay? There's going to be I'm going to say, remember I told y'all to remember that name? Okay? And then y'all going to say, yeah, I remember. Okay. There's a reason. Okay.
Director and my victim service assistant director, Carla Reeves and Latasha Power Mason in the back, respectively. Just being able to help us with the number of witnesses. You guys know that there were a number of witnesses that were extremely large in number, and we were able to kind of,
that's the name right there. Tina Powers got it right there.
Witness to be able to put this case on.
Lisa Taylor got it right there.
That were involved, Ebony Perry, who was the lead paralegal, and my assistant Nicolette Brown, who was also a part of this litigation team. My amazing investigators, who just did an awesome job in being able to put this case together, and then my in-house investigators who also helped with being able to put all of the things together. But can I kind of focus a little bit first on Dina Abdul Kareem?
Come on.
The mother of Cody. I am extremely proud of her. It took such courage. And the reason why I say it took such courage, because there are things that happened behind the scenes in that relationship that the public did not know. And there were things that occurred that we could not bring into the court case.
Whoa! Did you guys hear that? There's a lot of stuff that you guys did not know that they could not even bring in as evidence. So there's some courage for the mother. Some courage, he said. There's some courage for the mother. Whoa. And she had to take a lot of hits. And she took them hits. Okay, that speaks volumes. I'm glad I'm watching this. I'm glad you guys are listening with it. And the only thing is just a black man up there talking. But, I mean, he's got gray hair and he's dark complected. He's very dark complected.
Because it would have been seen as prejudicial. So she had to sit there, as many of you heard, and really be defamed. She had to sit there and be called a bad mother. She had to sit there and really be looked down upon.
And he's sitting there like he want to cry.
And she did it with such grace and with such dignity.
Yes, she did.
So this case was, for her, it was some level of a resolution and some level of accountability. It would never really be closure, because here's the problem.
See?
We still don't have a body.
Right.
We still do not have the body.
Right.
We probably will never have the body. So
hold on. He said something. We will probably never have the body. That tells you that baby's in the trash and that baby's gone. We will probably never have the body, he said. He said there were some things done behind the scenes that mother know. That mother knew. And you know what? She did the best thing, keeping her mouth shut. We didn't. She didn't have to talk to us. She just didn't. I'm just saying. But at the time, everybody looked guilty to me. Just saying. People can get mad all they want, but at the end of the day, it's all about the baby for me. I'm serious.
Complete healing and closure as a result of that. But nonetheless, for her, it was a day of victory and a day of justice, where she knew in her gut that this man, this person, I won't call him a man, but this person had done such horrendous things to her baby, and he's now being held accountable for that. I have the chief of police up here, Chief Jimmy Wideman, on purpose. He doesn't like to be in the front of the camera, but I want him here because I really wanted to address the media to a certain degree in reference to a lot of the things that were said concerning if the police department had done enough, whether the police department followed certain
They did
leads,
as
whether the
much
police
as they could
department
do.
followed tips, whether the police department
And the FBI is standing there right there with them.
and they took a beating in the beginning. They really did, and I'm so grateful for former Detective Stephen Rohde, who I personally asked to be on this task force concerning investigating this case, and he took that job and he took
Serious.
ownership of it. And that is what
Okay,
our
come on.
department is. They're made up of men and women who love their community, who love to see people find some level of justice for wrongs that have been committed against them. And so I wanted the chief here because I am so proud.
I want to see Mark
I'm
Talbert
so proud of
with
how
his
you
fine
also
self. Mark Talbert is
maintained your
cute.
dignity and
I don't care what
grace
nobody
in the midst
say.
of the slander that took place.
He better be glad he
There
married.
were, particularly from the defense counsel, a number
And
of
I am too.
press interviews and
I'm
even
just saying.
a number of press conferences that
Whatever.
she gave. And if you guys notice, I was unusually silent in this case. Normally, I don't have a problem talking to the press. I've never had a problem talking to the press. But
Yeah.
I was
Exactly,
very
Sanja.
intentional in being
Sanjay.
silent concerning this case because I did not want anyone to be able to say that I tainted any potential jury pool. I didn't want anyone to say that we are trying to get a narrative out there that would be prejudicial to the defendant. I purposely
There's some
waited
good-looking
until
men
this
down there in Virginia.
trial was concluded and the jury.
Ooh, he's all white hair. He got a full set of hair, and it's just all white.
To all of you.
My husband's hair done
It's been a
turned
long
white.
journey, a long road. Commonwealth has never asked for a continuance in this case. If you all recall, every continuance, every delay has been by the defense. We have been ready day one. And we've been ready day one.
Come on in.
Because the facts were there. The evidence was there. And our police department did an amazing job.
Beautiful
at
women
being
here.
able to piece
Yeah.
this puzzle
Yeah, there are some
together
beautiful
to
women
get
in
us to
Virginia.
this
That is
day.
not no lie.
And
There's some ugly ones too, though. Don't get me wrong. I seen some ugly ones.
that the day that we chose
Snap a picture
for
of Belle.
the
Okay,
sentencing
hold on.
to be the anniversary, the third anniversary of
I
the
got his
day
picture.
that the defendant was convicted.
He all right. He ain't my cup of tea. He too dark.
Which is
I like
June
dark
18th,
meat, but
2024.
I don't like
So
round-faced
just point
men.
justice. So with all of
I
that,
don't know. I don't know why.
open
I just
for
don't.
two questions.
But I mean, his white hair is pretty.
And would this verdict have been possible?
I'll put it up on the thumbnail when we come back on. Mark Talbert
So what
did
I had
not
to do
join
is
the
put
press
together
conference,
the
so
puzzle.
you won't be seeing
And
him. Okay.
He was a big piece of that puzzle, but we believe.
But you know, we always look at these men and we be like, ooh, Bell, I'm not attracted to him like, oh yeah. No, I'm not attracted to him. I am attracted to Mark Talbert though. I'm very attracted to him. He bald headed. I don't like bald headed men, but you know, my husband is not bald headed. His father got a full set of hair, and it's all gray. And my husband, when I met him, he didn't have but like maybe 3-4 strands of gray, and now he's just full gray. Just gray, 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 gray. I tell him, I be like, dye your hair. He be like, nope. So you know what I did? They got this new shampoo. Come on, y'all. They got this new shampoo that you wash your hair. You know what you wash your hair with? And I'm gonna put some of that shampoo in this shampoo. That's what I'm gonna do. So when he washes his hair, some of that gray will go away. Because I think he looks better.
That each piece.
Girl, hush. Yes, I am. I'm gonna do that.
Pieces of that puzzle.
He gonna be like,
able to confirm that June 18th.
I'm gonna be smiling.
When it happened, and he was.
My husband's gray don't look good on him. It just don't.
Been dead for months
because you know he's that caramel looking color. He's not dark.
He went to
I'm dark.
Busch Gardens in the Water Country, USA, right after that. And that was July 5th through the 14th.
Hold on. I need to back up.
He was able to give us that date, but he was more so able to confirm that he was indeed dead, and that confession that was retrieved from the composition book was not some bogus confession as the defense was trying to make it out to be, trying to paint him to be crazy or...
See what I just said? Y'all, man, people that is on the same level of thinking, it seems odd when y'all hear it from somebody else. Y'all like, oh, I get it. I just told y'all that. I ain't seen this. That's why I'm looking at it now. That's why we're still on here in 2 hours, an hour and 55 minutes. I just told you that confession letter is he was telling y'all. It was so. That wasn't just, oh, a random day. I just gonna give you a day. Oh, it was June the 14th. Oh, it was June the 18th. Oh, it was such and such. I just told y'all that wasn't random. That was a confession. Now y'all hearing it. Now y'all hearing it from. She said, "Don't tell your secrets, girl." I know. Now I'm telling you. See what I just said to you guys. What I just said. Hold on. What I just said to you guys. Hold on. They gonna make her do this thing again. Hold on.
Or in some manner just losing it because he was going through this grief. No, his conscience was beating him up.
Yeah.
His conscience was dictating why he was writing those letters, writing those confessions, saying those things, because that child was innocent. And the last image that child had was his father beating him to death.
Yes.
And so his conscience, he couldn't take it.
Attorney, when did you find
I told y'all that.
Cory Bigsby would not be testifying? And had he testified, what was going to be your plan of attack?
I was going to have no mercy with him.
Come on now.
If he took that stand, you would have seen another beatdown
in
the courtroom. It would have been a legal beatdown. So it would have been no mercy. And so that was his choice to not take the stand. We found out when they stated to the court that he was not going to take the stand. But cross-examination would have been something else to see.
During trial, Mr. Curtis Brown has a very repetitive and combative demeanor, especially during your case. What sort of challenges did that present?
Well, here's the thing. My job is to represent the Commonwealth and the people of this city. His job is to represent his client. And so, was he zealous in representing his client? Yes. Would I have done those things? Absolutely no. Because I will not fall from dignity in order to lower myself to those standards. So,
come on now. That's what I love. I love that. I will not lower my standards just to do a job. Just because you pay me to do a job. Did he represent? Doodoo Brown did represent. Amina did represent. That's what they do. They believe that the justice system for certain people, actually, black men, yeah, it do happen. It do be a lot of injustice. But I guarantee you, the injustice of this baby far outweighed that race card. It just do. And I've tried to tell y'all that, when you put up against the race card in an innocent child, oh, guess what? Trump, that innocent baby trump anything. I don't care what color the baby is. That trumps anything. Anything. Come on, y'all. Come on. Y'all, I know y'all know this stuff. See, people want to call me. Oh, man, it's going to start all over. Hold
fall from dignity in order to lower myself to those standards.
Come on.
That's his choice.
Mm-hmm.
He made it.
Mm-hmm.
He has to live with it.
Yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
He gonna live with it.
Mr. Brown is going to file appeal in this case.
Oh, I'm certain he will.
He said, I'm certain he will.
The Attorney General office.
That was Rhoda asking that question.
Attorney appeals.
Well, who cares?
We are confident.
Who cares?
We absolutely laid out.
Who cares if he files an appeal? So what?
What about the child neglect charges against Mr. Bigsby? Where do those go from here?
Oh, we will try him on those cases too. We want full and complete accountability.
Yes.
So that's next.
Oh, when he said it with the T. You guys, he said it with the T. See, if I was there and I was reporting, you guys will get it all. I would be like, I'll be asking questions. People be getting mad and everything. I'll be like, I got another question. Hold on. They'd be like, oh, shut up, girl. Go somewhere and sit down. I don't care. Hey, how you feel? What's going on? What did you do? I would. And he put the T on that. I want full responsibility. Let's hear it again. He said 43.4. We go to 42.
But the Attorney General office, they handle Commonwealth Attorney appeals, and so we are confident that we absolutely laid out sufficient evidence for that appeal to be denied.
What about the
To be
child
denied.
neglect charges against Mr. Bigsby? Where do those go from here?
Oh, we will try him on those cases too.
Mm-hmm.
We want full and complete accountability.
Complete accountability.
If he decides to allocate as to where the child is and what he did with the child, will you give him consideration in your sentencing recommendation?
Did I answer your question?
He didn't say nothing. He said, did that answer your question? He didn't say nothing. No.
What is your recommendation going to be on that?
45 years. 40 years for second degree murder, which is the max. 5 years for discharging or discarding a dead body. That's the most I can get. That's what I'm going to ask for.
Whoa. He's asking for 45 years, you guys. Come on, people ain't telling y'all what he's looking at.
At what point in this case did you know that you had the right guy?
Actually, early on. When he was over at the police department, there were things that were going on. For instance, we already knew what the search and rescue dog had detected. We already knew that the cadaver dog had already detected a dead body. So we already knew a dead body had already been in that room early on, very early on. And so the question now was, how do we prove it? Because it's one thing for you to think this is what occurred.
Okay.
It's another thing to be able to prove it. And so as time began to lapse, more evidence started to come together. We were able to download the digital images showing timelines. We were able to talk to Cory because Cory was getting older. And so let me go here. So I'll go here because I can talk about that now.
Come on now.
There was the allegation, and he hinted at it, but basically there was the allegation that Cory was somehow coached by either his mother or coached by myself. I have done, one of my specialties is trial cases involving children. I came to Hampton back in 2000. Wow, it's been 24 years. 2000, Peter, it's been a long time, hasn't it? Back in 2000, I came to Hampton, and my specialty was child sexual assault cases. So I am very familiar, that's very familiar territory for me, be able to prepare a child for any type of testimony, any type of cross-examination, so forth. However, here was the thing with Cory.
Oh my goodness. God put everybody in their right position in their place. He specialized in child sexual activity. The sin in the room, not walking outside in the night by the playground. Yeah.
Was very young when it happened, And then the Corey was dealing with that trauma, and he lived in D.C. So I had to build a rapport with him and be able just to get into his world where he could trust me. One of the questions I asked during jury voir dire was, would you find it difficult for a child to be able to trust an adult to tell them about their trauma? Absolutely. It would be very difficult. So I had to get in his world. So the few times that I met with him, the first few times I met with him actually, we just got to know each other. It wasn't even what happened. I didn't even go there because he needed to be able to be disarmed. I had to create a safe space.
Come on, we
for
needed to
him
know this.
To at some point when I start speaking to him, that he will be willing to share. And each time I spoke with him, he revealed a little bit more details and so forth, which again is not unusual because again, the more I trust you, the more I'll share.
Yes.
The more I know that you'll protect me, the more I'll share. And that's what eventually happened. And whenever I speak with a child, whenever I prepare a child to testify, nobody else is allowed in the room. No victim service person, no parent, particularly a parent, because I don't need any interaction with the parent, and I want to make sure that there's no influence from that parent. I have to make sure that whatever that child is telling me is what happened, and they're not being influenced by any other person.
Right, because
every time I spoke with him, I made sure no one else was in the room. So that child.
And it probably was recorded, you guys. So because you're not just gonna let a stranger. I don't care if he's a police officer, or special or social services or whatever. You're not gonna be in a room with my child by yourself. You're definitely gonna be recorded. The whole interview is gonna be recorded. But mom can just look at that child and the child will shut down and be like, I don't want to say this in front of mom. Or, did I say it right? Or did I? So he did good. He actually really did good. I'm impressed with him.
I told you his trauma based upon his own recollection of that trauma. Yes, ma'am.
Why was it important for you guys to revoke his bond today? Did you trust he was not going to come back?
I don't trust.
Come on.
Let me just say this.
I think
this case impacted not just Cody or his mom, grandma, and their family. This case impacted the region. I had people texting me from Boston, from out of the area, wishing me good luck, expressing to me, please get justice for Cody.
Come on.
I had people throughout this region reaching out to our office saying, we're praying for you. We're hoping the best, that things will come out, that the truth will come out. And so for him to be found guilty of brutally beating this baby and then to be able to walk out the courtroom,
no,
would have been a slap in the face of the citizens in this region. And so it was extremely important that they saw the justice system work properly.
Attorney, how important was it to show that there were no original pictures of Cody after June or July of 2021?
It was extremely important because they helped us with our timeline to establish it and to prove it.
They ask questions that they know, but that's okay.
Children were located, photos of other children were located in his databases, but none of Cody. So that would explain why Cody was not in those pictures. He wasn't alive. In addition to that, they were trying to make it seem as if Cody, even if he killed him, maybe he killed them after September when his sister testified, which we found to be very uncredible because this person gave multiple interviews to individuals before the indictment for murder, and she had already basically gave the timeline, and then after the indictment in 2023, she all of a sudden is going to say, oh, he was with us in September. But notice this, they had a photo of the sister and Cory.
Oh my God! My son's calling. Hold on, you guys. Yes, son?
Hello?
Hey.
What's up?
Hey, I'm live right now.
Oh, okay.
I called you. What's going on?
No, nothing. Just gonna talk about my job.
Uh-oh.
Ain't nothing bad, but
Okay. I'll call you as soon as I get off of here. Give me
all
about
right,
give me about 20 minutes.
all right.
All right.
Bye.
Bye. God, let me try to get this back.
Back in 2020, early 2020, which would have made Cory around 3 because he didn't turn 4 until December 24. So it would have made him around 3 years old. But she didn't have a photo of Cody. And she was asked, this is a special occasion. You know, this is something to commemorate your mom's death and so forth. But you don't have a photo of Cody? You don't have any photo of any of the kids? None of them? Didn't happen.
Your assistant, Attorney Dillon, did a wonderful job. How proud are you of him?
Extremely. Mr. Arnold took ownership of this case. This case has been going on for 2 years, and I wear multiple hats. I'm also the president of the Virginia Association of Commonwealth Attorneys, so I'm the face of Commonwealth Attorneys throughout this state or this Commonwealth. I'm also a minister, husband, father, so I have a lot of hats. I'm a very busy person, and so it was important that I had a second set of eyes. At some point in the case, sometimes you feel a little fatigue and you need a little boost in energy, and his youth absolutely gave me the boost.
He's the guy that's always been right next to
and he came in and he absolutely took
Mark Talbert
of this case as if it was his own case, and so I'm extremely proud of him. Extremely.
Yes.
Sir, I have a question. I don't know if you can answer this because of the nature, but if Mr. Bigsby actually took Cory to Busch Gardens repeatedly, as you mentioned, if Cody was out of the picture, where were the twins?
Home.
He had no babysitter.
Home.
Is that the child neglect charge?
Oh my God.
Which I will not get into because I still have to try those.
Yes.
So
He's saying that he took the oldest boy to the amusement park and left the twins at home by themselves. She said, I hear minister. Yep, he is a minister. You can't prove that the sister is lying, Tina.
Talk about the child neglect charges, but we allege that they were home.
Yep, the kids was home by themselves. He didn't even take the twins. He took the oldest boy out. And he just said, they said, well, where was the twins? He said, home. Home.
This was a tough case. This was not our normal win.
They didn't get to go to the amusement park.
The jury could win in either direction. How proud are you of yourself?
Well, I don't put stock in myself. Like I said, I'm a very spiritual person, and so I'm very proud of my God.
Yes.
And what he was able to accomplish and what's able to put together. I really feel that he helped us begin to put these pieces together. Mr. Arnold and I was talking. This is one of the rare occasions that a case actually gets better with time. The chief will tell you most cases don't get better with time. Witnesses get fatigued, evidence can get lost, or people decide that they just don't want to cooperate. People die, and you can't put that evidence in because that witness is no longer around. But this case actually got better with time.
Yes.
So with every delay that the defense, through their strategy, employed, it actually helped us and benefited us. And the reason I really believe it benefited us because, again, I believe that we were just servants to do the will and the business of the people. And today, the people prevailed.
Yes.
Do you have anything to say? I know he talked about your department's role.
Unbelievable.
Say about Ms. Murray?
Oh, well, of course. Today's been about justice for Cody. Always impressed and proud with Mr. Anton Bell and his staff. And our work isn't done. Of course, we still have to look and recover Cody. So our efforts won't cease until that is accomplished. And we offer the solicitation to the public to help us in that endeavor.
I like to ask a question that's going to be
Oh, very well spoken. You like that guy's voice right there? That's the chief of police now. I didn't catch his name.
Anybody can file a lawsuit against anyone if they want to. The question is there going to be any merits to that lawsuit? So, I mean, their choice. Any other questions? All right.
They said they were talking about the lawsuit. Rhoda opened up and asked a question about the lawsuit. I try to tell y'all something. We looked into that, and as long as they did, she said yes. The minister's voice, yes, yes. It does something. I don't know. It does something. I don't know. I did not know my husband was a minister until after we were involved in the relationship. Him asking me to marry him. I think before he asked me to marry him, he shared with me, and I was like, okay, that answers a lot of my questions. But I had already, before I married this man, Lady T gonna say sinister, a minister, a minister. Um, I I had I had I had prayed to God to let me know if this is the one, and everything, because I'm not a minister's wife. I'm not like people like, oh, like pastor's wife, preacher wife, or whatever. I'm not that type of a woman. I'm not that type of material. And so when I prayed to God, the question came back, why do you say you're not first lady material? Why do you say you're not preacher's wife material, minister wife material? Why do you say that? Aren't you a good person? And I'm thinking to myself, yeah, I am. I love the Lord with all my heart. I have visions. I have seen spiritual. I got spiritual gifts and everything. Okay, that's great. That's good. But don't you serve a good God? Or don't ain't that what you do? Yeah, that's what I do. You do it to the best of your ability? Yes, I do. And do you love the truth? Yeah, I do. Do you love people? Yeah, I do. Do you want to harm people? No, I don't. Do you do sinful things? Yeah, I think I do. Do you do them willingly? No, I don't think I do them willingly. I do what people say is a sin stuff, like, you know, I don't lie to hurt people. If I told a lie, I told a lie to so you won't get hurt. I be like, like you might be wearing something that's ugly, and you be like, what you think, SP? I be like, oh, it's all right. But deep down inside, I be like, boy, that look like some junk or whatever. I don't want to hurt your feelings. So I say, it's all right, girl. Wear what you want to wear. But don't ask me my personal feelings about it, because my personal feeling, I wouldn't put that on my dog, you know. But people, the minute they don't really want to know the truth. They already know it looks ugly. They already know that. They already know it don't fit well. The color not right. They don't really want to know the truth. So something like that, that's easy for me to do, to not hurt your feelings. Somebody asked me, you think I'm crazy? I ain't gonna say, yeah, I might do think you crazy, but I ain't gonna tell you that. I'm gonna say, you different. You need to work on some stuff or whatever. I ain't gonna say, yeah, girl, you crazy. You need a crazy check. I'm not gonna do that. So God knows my heart, and that's why I'm glad the God that I serve, He don't go by sin. All my sin is forgiven, and the Lord, even showed me about church and stuff like that. Like, if I don't go to church, I'm still good. People be like, but you married to a minister, you married to a preacher, you need to be in church every day. That's what you want me to do. God ain't told me to do that. He ain't told me to do that. Now, and he will tell me, now, you need to do this, or you need to be there, or you need to hear this, or whatever. He'll do what he need to do. That's what's wrong with these people that are Christians. They try to go by what the world tell them what a Christian is, and the world don't know what the Christian is, because the world is against God. Hello, you got to love God. You can't love God and man too. That ain't gonna work. The Lord already tell you. You can only follow one master. There's only gonna be one God. And the world killed the Son. So why would I listen to the world trying to tell me I'm supposed to do this, and I'm supposed to act this way, and I'm supposed to be this and be that? The world ain't gonna tell me that. It will tell me, but they ain't right. One master, right? One. Some people be like, girl, that girl crazy. That girl don't know. You know what? I could tell you this. I'm only telling you what you should already know. And if you don't know it, and if you don't have to agree with me, it's still truth. See, that's the problem. That's why people get mad. That's why they get mad. When you try to tell them the truth, they sit back and be like, girl, a minister's wife's supposed to do this, and a minister's wife's supposed to be that, and you're supposed to do this, and you're supposed to love everybody, and you can't tell that somebody is a liar, and this, that, and the other. No. I follow one God. Only He can tell me how I'm supposed to be. Only He. He, her, him, them, that, this, and the other. God, the Son, the Father, the Holy Ghost, the Spirit, whatever. That's what I choose. I don't choose the world. Even, come on. And if my husband got a problem with it, he can do the same thing as the world do. He can divorce me, because I'm not gonna do that. I ain't never done that, and I ain't gonna do it now. That's gotten me in a lot of trouble. A lot of trouble. People be like, she is not right. How are you going to judge me? Whoa. Be judged by what you're saying. Judge me by what you're saying to yourself. I'm already married. I ain't got to prove myself to nothing and nobody. It's the Father, my children, and my husband. That's it. And I don't even have to prove nothing to neither of them. My kids or my husband. I ain't got to prove nothing. God knows me. People get mad. They get mad. They be like, she's a... But I tell you what. If you quit trying to judge me or judge other people, you'll be better off trying to just... You got enough stuff in your own world, that you need to deal with. Don't worry about what I'm doing. Do not worry about, because guess what? I'm living my best life. Trust and believe I am. I love my life right now. I'm happy. I ain't got to fight with nobody. I don't fight with nobody. Girl, bye. You whatever you think about me don't change nothing. You just sitting over there mad. For what? Cause what? That's crazy. I love people. You know what? If you was right, I would give you everything that I can to help you. If that would help you. I just know it ain't gonna help you. You know why it ain't gonna help you? Cause you want what I have, and that don't line up with what God says. When you should be able to get your own. I ain't sitting there judging people. You know what? I judge what they say. The truth or it's a lie. See, I think Cody's a very nice looking man. Yeah, whether he did this or not did this. I judge by what he's saying and how he acting. Is he telling the truth? And the judge says you should know them by their fruit. You should. Y'all, come on now. Let's not start preaching. He didn't make no dummies. If you want to be dumb, be dumb. But he says you can tell the difference by their fruit. My kids ain't doctors, lawyers, ministers, and all that other stuff. But my son just called me, and I got to call my son because he had it in his voice. Something happened at work. He said, I just wanted to talk to you, Mama, something. It's some work. I said, oh, Lord. He said, hold on. That lets me know right there. That lets me know he didn't get fired or he didn't quit his job. He just probably had a bad day at work. And he wanted to talk to his mom about what just happened. That's a good son. He done probably already talked to his girlfriend or whatever. And he's sitting there beating himself up because he done said something. Done probably said something stupid to somebody. Couldn't hold his tongue. And I say, son, sometimes you got to know when to hold them and know when to fold them. Know when to walk away, and you got to know when to run. Kenny Rogers was something else. That song. He said, never count your money when you're sitting at that table. There'll be time enough to be counting when the dealing's done. When everything is done, you go back and you say, okay, that was good. You ain't got to show everybody it's all good at all one time. Let me tell you something, you guys. You can learn from anybody. When you sit there thinking you know everything, you can learn from anybody. Even a fool can learn from somebody. I'm just being honest with you. I listen to everybody. Sometimes, even people, sometimes they say something to me. I be totally in no agreement with them. But, I still praise them for it coming, speaking to me, or whatever. I really do.
Okay. All right. Well, thank you. And again, I appreciate all that you were able to do. Have a great day.
That's it. That was it. He said, have a great day.
Anton Bell. Yeah, justice prevailed is what he said. You kind of feel like you can just take a deep breath now that we have reached this verdict and we've come to this point. Not closure, as he says, but a resolution. Not closure because Cody's body has...
Y'all get mad. Look at everybody. They dropping like flies. They like, I'm out. I'm gonna show SP something. I'm gonna leave, and I hope other people leave too. I'm gonna leave. I don't care. I don't care because God is so good. You know what? Like I said the other day when we were talking about closure, I can say it and y'all get mad. Somebody else say it and they be like, SP, go look at the interview with Antoine Bell. He ain't said nothing you ain't already heard. He only speaking what you ain't listened what I said. That's it. Everything he said, I already said it. I like what he said though. I do like what he said. It ain't cause it's confirmation. It's not confirmation for me. I had confirmation when the Lord already gave it to me. This man didn't give me confirmation. I already had confirmation. He done already told me. He told me about with justice. Ain't no justice. I tried to tell y'all that. Ain't no justice. That baby still, even if you find the body, it still ain't gonna be no justice. How in the world you gonna say justice this baby gone? Ain't no justice. It's never gonna be justice. Never. You can even get closure if you want. It still ain't gonna be no justice. Cause you want the body. I wouldn't. You know what? Then what? So you can bury it? I understand. You want to make sure you ain't looking. You ain't looking around corners, looking at kids when they grow up, and you say, "What boy? He's got so many features that looks like Cody." Yeah, I get it. Because you really don't want to believe that this baby's gone. But it's true. The baby been gone. That baby been gone. Ain't nothing we can do about it. That baby been gone. And I guarantee you, if they could have probably told us all the stuff that this woman went through and the things that he did and some of the stuff he said, that I'm pretty sure there's some contradicting stuff in there that they just could not share with us. But it would have shared some light, his thinking about harming this baby and some sexual stuff. I'm going to say this again, you guys. Think about what I'm saying without me having to say it, because I don't have to. I'm going to say something, you guys are going to get mad, but I know good and well you guys are not ignorant. There's a lot of stuff that this baby went through. It ain't just a beat down. I know. When he said he smeared doo-doo on that baby, I know what the heck he did. You can't tell me nothing else. This baby went through a lot of freaking trauma. So everybody just sit back and be like, being all into your feelings about whatever. You dealing with baby and monsters like this, it is nothing nice. When people, I say this and I say it very calmly, but it's the truth. I know what evil looks like. I know what evil looks like. When people harm kids, that's the worst evil in the world. Did you hear what I just said? It's the worst evil in the world. A child is innocent. You can't say that child did anything to you for you to harm an innocent. A child took his life. Harm him in ways that unspeakable. You looking at evil. I'm telling you. When you want to harm somebody, when you want to get back at somebody or whatever, only thing you got to do is take out a child. And you have did the worst hurt in the world. That's why when these people is over in these other countries and they're shooting communities and buildings and stuff, they don't freaking care. They can't kill the army people, so they're just killing the people off. They're just killing them. They're running, and kids is crying, and they don't know what the heck is going on, and they're just running and hiding, and that's evil. The 911. There was a daycare in that building. That's evil. I could tell y'all something about the 911. I don't even know where it is now. I should take snapshots of stuff, but I seen nothing but the devil in that smoke. I did. I seen him. I seen him for myself. It was nothing but evil. Them people was running and stuff. I didn't even know. I can even tell you where I was when it all happened. When it all went down, somebody came to it. I was at one of my stores. Hey, what's going on?
Hey, Miss Husby, this Val around LA. You know what? We need to get a present for us to say it was me and Betty. Betty probably been dead about Halloween. The witching hour. Remember us saying that? And he said it yesterday.
He said what yesterday?
But he been gone since Halloween, Cody.
Cody been gone since June, girl.
They say they believe. Look at it again. He had probably been gone before Halloween or around Halloween. That's when he went ahead and got rid of him. But look at it, because Betty was the one that caught it. I said that baby could have been gone about the witching hour. Hey, they do all kinds of stuff, killing cats, kids, and everything else. And he said it yesterday. I told him, look at it. I said, I'm gonna tell this because me and Miss Betty was like, I said, that baby.
Girl, we live right now. That baby been gone since June.
Yeah, what they said. Look at what they said. Because he said the baby.
All right.
Okay, let me go back. It's interesting.
All righty. Bye. You guys, We've been on here for 2 hours and 34 minutes. We have been on here for 2 hours and 34 minutes. I'm going to say one other thing. I was going to get off here way before an hour. Then 2 hours came, but then I was just listening to the thing and you guys listened to it with me. I'm going to say something. And so sometimes people, they know we live and they don't say anything. They know we live. They know we live. Let me answer this real quick. People love to play with my phone. I'm going to say this real quick, you guys. And I hope you guys understand what I'm going to say. When people tell you the truth, quit trying to make up all kind of other stuff. It's exactly what they said. He said June the 18th. He said it. He said June 18th. They look back and try to find any pictures of Cody in June. June the 17th, 16th, 15th, 14th. All in the beginning of June, yeah. Ain't nothing in June, July, August, September, October. Nothing. Nothing. You don't go that long without having... You got pictures of the other kids, but what happened? Come on. People be like, it's this, it's that. We gonna add something to it. Add what? Add what to it? They say June 18th. It was June 18th. He was done. Oh, it's a confession letter, but he was crazy. No, he wasn't crazy. People can tell you the truth, and you guys still will not believe it. You want more into it. It is as simple as it is. As simple as it is. If it wasn't June the 18th, I guarantee you it happened in June. I don't think it happened in October. I don't care how many people agreed in October. Yeah, get mad. I don't care. Get mad. I can be wrong. I doubt it. Because the email he sent to the mama, the last time they seen photos, there's no record. He went to the store. He got all the other kids, but there was not him. He waited June, July, August, September, October. Now we're going to do something 5 months? Come on. I can't with y'all sometimes. I just can't. It's like we can go to school and eat the books. Like, are you guys serious? I'm finna go call my son because we grown folks, and grown folks know better. You should know better. The foolishness got to stop. This man's gonna simply, I guarantee it's gonna happen. I said this to Tina yesterday. There's a reason why Tina's saying what she's saying. And it's true. Tina and I talked about this. I said, Tina, don't worry. Don't worry. This man is going to tell us what he did with the baby. He's going to write it in a letter because he's a coward. We're going to know. In time, we're going to know. And I tell you what, give it 1 year. I can say this to you guys, and you guys will sit there and be oblivious of what he's saying. He told you already he killed this baby. How many times? 4 times. I don't care how he killed him. He killed him. I found him laying at the bottom of the stairs. Yeah, probably if you knocked him down them stairs, you found him. Okay? Whatever else. I beat him. You didn't even tell us why you beat him. You just beat him. You just beat him to be beating a kid. People cannot make up a lie like that about a child that they even care about. He never cared for Cody. He wanted that mama to come back into his life because he done destroyed his whole life when he left his whole family for this woman. And he did. And there's nothing good can come out of that. There's a reason why they picked that date. They're giving him or they would have just came up with a regular date. Oh, let's just do it in August. Let's just do it. I mean, think about it. We're in March. They're going, okay. He can do a lot of his time in the county jail, which we don't like people doing their time in the county jail because it's easier to do county jail time. But guess what? We'll give him that. Lock him up. It's March. We'll go April, May, June. He's get 3 months of protection in the county jail. We normally be like, okay, we're gonna they sentence Nature Boy the next day. They sent out a message. You killed this baby June the 18th. We're gonna sentence you for 45 years. He's asking for 45 years. He asking for 45 years. And you know what? He's gonna get 45 years. He's going to get 45 years. The judge is going to take the recommendation of the Commonwealth and give that man 45 years. The only way he do not get, listen family, okay, you can be mad at me, but I'm right. You can be mad all you want, but I'm right. The only way this man do not get 45 years is he makes a deal and tell them what he did with the child. And I'm telling you right now, he threw the child in the trash. Commonwealth already told you you're not gonna get that baby back. So if anybody's waiting for that, you'll be waiting till hell freeze over. That baby's gone. I hate to say it, but he's gone. They done told the mother he's an army man from the army. They do know he's not stupid. And I'm not saying everything that the Commonwealth said was right. But sometimes they say stuff to make him want to speak on it. You're lying about that. You remember Nature Boy? Nature Boy was like, da 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 da. But then, and then people were coming up and he looking backwards because you know what? He knew when they was coming to lie. And I'm going to say this, and this is true. They did lie on Nature Boy. They did. I don't believe Nature Boy raped the woman. But in order for him to protect himself, you guys know, you got to get on that stand. And it ain't like it used to be where you just let them just say everything and you just sit there. You got to come on that stand and say some stuff. You say the devil is a lie. The truth ain't in you. I'm going to tell you. You can bring up, I stole this when I was 10. You can bring up, I had sex with 10 different men in the same week. You can say whatever you want to say. I'm still going to tell you I did not kill my child. Period. That man ain't saying nothing. You got the date wrong. Who cares? The child is still gone. You come and tell us we got the date wrong. Tell us. It doesn't matter. It don't matter, do it? It just really don't. If he killed him in October, it don't matter. He's still gone. If he killed him in June, it don't matter. He's still gone. If he killed him on Christmas Day, it don't matter. He's still gone. Just tell us where he's at. Because for, the family, the biological family, they do feel violated, that they cannot give him a burial. Some people believe that the burial is it is sacred, to do those things. They want to do that, so they won't be looking over their shoulder, looking at another child, thinking it's Cody, because it's not. The mother thought when she come up on the stand, they were gonna talk about her dancing. She didn't know what the heck they to be honest with you, even though that they called her a good mother, he told them no. That he did not want them to go after her, because you know why? Because she didn't do it. He did it. Reprobated mind. Okay, you guys, I'm finna go call my kid, and you guys have a blessed day. I'm gonna get off of here. I done hurt so many people's feelings today, it ain't even funny, but that's good. That's okay. I don't care. I care, but I don't care. I have to care because that's not my intentions, but I don't care because your intentions is you don't want me to be who I am and tell the truth. So for that point, and that point only, that's when I say I don't care. I care. I don't mean to hurt nobody's feelings or anything, but it don't matter because your feelings was already fixed on me. So bye.